News Park in Starkville. This is Mississippi State Softball. Mississippi State Softball is sponsored by C-Spire, customer inspired. First pitch is just moments away. Now let's go live to the broadcast booth for Mississippi State Softball.
Good morning to you from News Park in Starkville, Mississippi, on the beautiful campus of Mississippi State University for Game 3 between Mississippi State and LSU. The Bulldogs going for the sweep today after winning in Game 1 on Friday 5-3 and yesterday in Game 2 5-2. And so the Bulldogs going for their first series sweep of the season and looking to improve their conference record as we near the end of the regular season. Again, good morning to you. I'm Ty Goldman alongside John Wesley Cochran. Happy to be alongside you today. The Bulldogs, again, coming for their trying to come in and get their second SEC Conference Series win of the season and their first SEC Conference Series sweep. Bulldogs, after winning games 1 and 2 over the Tigers, now at 36-14, 8-12 in the Southeastern Conference. LSU has fallen to 32-16 and 9-11 in the Southeastern Conference. So with a win today, both the Bulldogs and the Tigers will both sit at 9-12, and State would have the tiebreaker over LSU. Glad to be with you again here on a beautiful morning in Starkville. Samoan Heritage Day here at News Park, and also the last day of Super Bulldog Weekend. It's been a really Super Bulldog Weekend with both softball and baseball taking the series from LSU respectively yesterday, and so we look forward to seeing if both teams can sweep today, and hopefully to start things off, softball can sweep LSU this morning. John, you were here yesterday, saw a really fantastic ball game from Mississippi State, really in all facets, and it's been that way in the first two ball games. What does State got to do to kind of hone in on what they've been successful with this weekend? How do they do that today against LSU in Game 3? And they're going to see a new starting pitcher today. So kind of how do they hone in on what they've been able to do so far?
Yeah, I would say get hot and stay hot, and we saw that pretty much from the start, from the get-go yesterday. With we saw a couple of long balls with Paige Ernstis and Zion Romero. We saw a lot of energy early on in the game, and that was able to carry on throughout. We saw a lot of the bat starting to slow down towards the end of the back half of the game, but we saw that the momentum carried over to defense with a phenomenal outing for Melissa Faircloth.
Yeah, so you saw Alyssa Faircloth on Friday with the 11 strikeouts, and you saw Peja Gould yesterday with 11 strikeouts, and so 22 combined strikeouts between those two starters this weekend for Mississippi State. Incredibly impressive what they've been able to do, and talked about this with Coach Ricketts earlier, especially what they've been able to do with runners on base. LSU has had runners on this series. It's not like State has kept them off base the entire series. In fact, LSU's had 34 opportunities throughout these first two games with runners on, and the Tigers are only 4 for 34 throughout the first two games with runners on base. So these pitchers from Mississippi State not getting in a hurry, not getting rushed or pressured with runners on, as well as the defense, who has yet to make an error so far in this series.
No, yeah, and we saw multiple times yesterday where Peja had multiple runners on, many in scoring position, and it just didn't faze her in the slightest. And I think that's what Coach Samantha Ricketts likes most about her, is that her experience and her ability to stay calm under huge pressure, and she's able to survive any crazy moments that she may face all throughout the day. But she was able to give a phenomenal outing yesterday and go the distance. We'll see if Faircloth can pick up where she left off on from Friday night.
Yeah, so we saw, too, also with them getting runners in scoring position as well. Wanted to mention this, too. LSU in Game 1, 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. LSU yesterday in Game 2, 1 for 9. So combined this weekend, 1 for 15 with runners in scoring position. State's defense has continued to succeed all season, and it hadn't stopped this weekend, as well as the pitching success. Offensively for Mississippi State, You know what's been a struggle this season? We've talked about it, runners in scoring position, but I think State's been solid in that category this season. They've come up clutch in multiple opportunities. 3 for 10 as a team this weekend with runners in scoring position. Didn't get very many opportunities yesterday, but went 1 for 3. And so hopefully, again, we can score early and often and come through like we have all weekend with runners in scoring position and just in general with runners on base.
Yeah, that's the name of the game is timely hits and being able to put the ball in play. And we saw after we saw the 2 long shots, we saw a lot of hard hit balls all throughout the rest of the day. So if we can keep that same mentality, stay aggressive at the plate, and see if we can find some open green grass.
So a couple of those hard hit balls this weekend, those long balls, have come from Paige Ernstis. 2 home runs for her, 1 in each game, and both of them 3-run home runs to give Mississippi State the lead after LSU was on top of MSU 1-0. So the Bulldogs have had Paige Ernstis come up clutch this weekend, Zion Romero as well. So the sophomores have come in clutch, and also you've seen the seniors be able to get on base. It's been a team effort all weekend, and the offense has looked sharp this weekend against an LSU pitching staff that's in the upper half of the Southeastern Conference in multiple pitching statistics.
Yeah, and I think the key word in that was sophomores, and the fact that we've had 2 of the biggest leaders on this team that have stepped up whenever we needed them most, and that's the younger ones. And we have a ton of seniors on this squad, but it's the fact that we're seeing a lot of the younger ones shine brightest in the biggest moments. Looking
at some highlights from yesterday, obviously the win, you had at the end of the game, Peja Gould be selected to the AUSL draft. That was an awesome moment right there. And also the largest crowd ever in the state of Mississippi to witness a softball game yesterday with over 2,600 fans here in Starkville. So incredibly impressive all around yesterday. And the Bulldogs have been impressive all throughout this series. And State looks for a sweep today over LSU. We're going to send it to our pregame interview that we had with Coach Samantha Ricketts, and then we'll take a short break and be back for the starting lineups here in Starkville. Bulldogs looking for the sweep. Game 3 about to get underway in just a moment. This is Mississippi State softball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network and Learfield. I'm here with your Bulldog head coach and Samantha Ricketts. Coach, big win yesterday, obviously, and a big win on Friday, too. So now a chance for your first conference series sweep. A lot of mojo in the building, obviously, after those 2 wins. What's the message, or what was the message to your team today going into this one? Try not to get too high.
Yeah, I mean, it's just continue to do what we've been working on the last few weeks and not get too big and just take it one moment at a time, and knowing that they have had each other's backs and done a great job all year long, and just trying to continue to stay on the attack and doing what's worked well for us last couple days.
I wanted to talk to you about Paige Ernstis because, I mean, she's come on as like you mentioned yesterday, kind of in some at-bats at the beginning of the year. She kind of got unlucky, and now is starting to hit the ball well. Obviously, 6 RBIs in the first 2 ball games, back-to-back home runs and back-to-back days. What is she? I mean, what have you seen at practice? How has she continued to work and continue to grow throughout this year and fight and be able to get into a moment like she has this weekend?
Paige has just done such a great job of just staying with her process, staying in the moment and continuing to work. And she was one of our best hitters in the fall and preseason, and kind of, ran into just, some tough times early on, a little sickness and some things that took her out, and just continued to work and trust herself, and has shown us the last couple weeks at practice, probably over the last month or so, that she was back, as we were saying, and just really swinging well, swinging with confidence, and just ready for opportunity. And she's, even getting her back in the lineup, maybe hasn't always been, the 6 RBIs, the big home runs, but she's just had really quality at bat. She's stuck within her plan, swinging at the right pitches, and we knew it was going to break through, and it was really cool to see that last few days.
Now, staying on the offensive side of things, y'all been big this weekend, 5 runs in each ball game. It seems like you've responded every time LSU has scored, big with runners in scoring position as well. You've come up a clutch with those multiple times this weekend, and obviously too, I mean, it's been it's just good to see. I mean, I remember you mentioned on Friday that it's just you're waiting for everything to kind of click, and it feels like it's kind of clicked this weekend, especially offensively.
For sure, and it's, I think, something that we saw a lot of good things last weekend at A&M. Obviously, it didn't show up on the scoreboard for us, but just getting the team to stay present and trust what we've been doing, the work they're putting in, and knowing that it's a long season, that there are ups and downs, that if we can stay within and play Mississippi State softball, we knew, sooner rather than later it was going to break through for us.
Lastly, looking defensively, obviously just your defense in general has been great all weekend. The pitching has been the story, 22 combined strikeouts in both days. LSU this weekend as well, I believe 4 for 34, 4 for 37, around that with runners on base. And yesterday went over with runners in scoring position. So they've struggled this weekend with that, and y'all have done a good job of that. Of your pitchers have not been stressing in those situations. Your defense hasn't either. I'm sure that's great to see from you here in the dugout as a head coach of your team, just not pressing at all and just not worrying with situations like that. And y'all have come up clutch with that this weekend.
I think it definitely starts with their pitchers, and they've just done such a great job all year long of being composed, and coming right back is always something we emphasize, that they get a hit, they get a run around, so what, let's come right back and go get the next one, and just staying locked in the present moment on that pitch. And I know they have a lot of confidence in the defense, and the same thing for the defense. They want to make plays behind their pitchers. They know they're working hard for them, and just I think overall goes to just the mentality of this team and the way they all play together.
All right, thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you. Hail State.
Trey Willis, shortstop.
Marshall Jones, first baseman.
Alex Philbin, center fielder.
Hi, I'm Tim from C Spire. Am I in the right place?
It always pays to have the right players on your team. That's why C Spire gives you fiber-fast home internet, nationwide 5G wireless, and best-in-class business solutions, all backed by local 24/7 support. C Spire, customer inspired.
Hi, I'm Jake Mangum. Life is about making the most of your at-bats. So if you struck out looking for auto insurance, give Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance a shot. Farm Bureau Insurance is offering huge discounts on their auto rates. In fact, over the last 12 months, Farm Bureau Insurance has taken 3 rate reductions. Talk about coming through in the clutch. So if you were with us before, you're new to Farm Bureau, it's time to come home. Visit msfbins.com to find great new rates on auto insurance. And go with the home team.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Student Sports Network on Learfield. I'm Ty Goldman alongside John Wesley Cochran as we get ready for Game 3 between Mississippi State and LSU here at News Park on the beautiful campus of Mississippi State University. Bulldogs looking for the sweep after winning Games 1 and 2. We're going to give you the starting lineups here for Game 3. First, starting with the visiting Fighting Tigers of LSU. After the 2 losses this weekend, 32-16 and 9-11, is LSU. Leading off and playing in center field going to be the senior Jayla Laster with a .340 batting average. Batting in the 2 spot, and over at second base going to be the junior with a .317 batting average. That's Sierra Daniel. In the 3 spot, over at shortstop, it'll be Kylie Edwards Jr., a .333 batting average for the Tigers. In the cleanup spot, out in right field, will be the sophomore Alex Franklin with a .275 average on the season. In the 5 spot, over at first base, going to be the sophomore in Tori Edwards, .283 batting average for Edwards at first base. Behind the plate and batting in the 6th spot, going to be the senior Macy Bajron, a .216 batting average for the Tigers catcher. In the 7th spot, out in left field, going to be the sophomore Char Lawrence, .237 batting average for her. In the 8th spot, and being the designated player today for the Tigers, the junior Allie Hutchins, a .211 batting average. And rounding things out for the Tigers, going to be over at the hot corner at third base, it'll be the senior Avery Hodge, a .195 batting average for her. And we'll get you more info on her, but the starting pitcher in the ball game for LSU, hadn't seen her yet. It'll be the senior righty, Tatum Clopton, number 18, Tatum Clopton, with a 2.21 ERA, garnering a 7-1 record on the season. So she'll be the starter for the Tigers in the circle. John, let's hear Mississippi State's starting lineup for the ball game.
Yeah, Mississippi State coming into the game 36-14, 8-12 in conference play, leading off and playing shortstop Morgan Stiles, the sophomore, sitting at .333 batting average. Batting second and playing third base is the senior Nadia Barbary, leading the team in RBIs. Batting third and playing right field, number 9, Kiara Sells, the senior, the highest batting average and the leading home run leader for Mississippi State. Batting fourth, the cleanup spot at first base, Paige Ernstens, the sophomore, had a 3-run shot in yesterday's game. The designated player batting fifth is Anna Carter, the senior. At second base in the 6-hole spot is Zion Romero. 7, 8, and 9 rounding out the order for Mississippi State. The left fielder batting 7th is Morgan Bernardini. At 8, behind the plate is Des Rivera. And rounding out the order, playing center field, the freshman Kenley Keller. And starting in the circle for Mississippi State, the left-handed pitcher, Alyssa Faircloth.
Umpires for today's game, Ron Alexander behind home plate, Chelsea Clark over at first base, and Kaylee Young at third base. Looking further into Alyssa Faircloth's numbers, junior lefty in Alyssa Faircloth pitched on Friday in Game 1. Right now, a 2.46 ERA, 11-5 record. This will be her 31st appearance, and 18th game started. She's gone 8 complete games, almost went for 9 on Friday, but had Layla Amon come in and get the save. 128 flat innings, 84 hits, giving up 48 runs, 45 of them earned, 47 walks, 206 strikeouts. On Friday was the 6th Bulldog in program history to reach 200 strikeouts in a season, and looking to add on to that total. Opponents with a 187 batting average against her this season. Looking at what she did on Friday, John, she was fantastic. Went 6 2/3, give up 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. 5 walks in the ball game. I had 2 hit by pitches, I believe, as well. Didn't let that phase her. Had 11 strikeouts in the ball game through 120 pitches. So Got to be careful with your spots today, and got to really be on your stuff in terms of placing pitches, because LSU has seen her already, and so you really got to be careful where you're throwing things. And LSU, I'm sure, has a lot of confidence in that. They've seen her already coming into this ball game.
Yeah, no doubt. It's hard to beat a good team 3 times, much less hard to beat another team whenever you're seeing the same starting pitcher, and you'd like to think that she could pick up where she left off. Had a really solid outing, almost went the distance on Friday night, but Faircloth, she's one of the best pitchers in the entire country, and I have no doubts that she's going to put together put her best foot forward.
So just about set for first pitch here in Starkville. Again, I'm Ty Goldman alongside John Wesley Cochran. Thank you all for tuning in here on this Sunday morning, and as well as all weekend. We look forward to this game, and hopefully State can get the Sweet Bulldogs in all white, with white State across the front outlined in maroon and white numerals outlined in maroon on the jerseys. LSU in gold tops and purple pants with purple LSU across the front of their jerseys and purple numerals. Faircloth with the first pitch to Lassiter. It misses away for ball 1. First pitch at 11:03 a.m. Central Time here in Starkville, Mississippi. Final day of Super Bulldog weekend. And again, it's been a great weekend this weekend for both sports, softball and baseball, already with series wins over LSU. As the 1-0 misses away, now the count 2 balls and no strikes to Lassiter. Lassiter coming in with that .340 batting average, the best in the order for the Tigers. Most hits as well at 50 now this season, as there's a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, great bounce-back pitch right there from Faircloth, letting the off-speed work early.
He's had a hit in each ball game, is 2 for 7 this weekend here in Starkville. The 2-1 right down the middle for strike 2, and Faircloth working back now. They count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Something that Faircloth did all week, or all Friday, was able to work with runners on base, and been able to work from behind this weekend, trying to do it again in terms of just this count. This one fouled high and out of play into the stands, and the count will stay where it is. But work back with runners on base on Friday, and continue to work when she was behind in counts as well. And so trying to do that here to start the ball game off. Here's the 2-2 to Lassiter. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So she comes back from where she started on Friday, able to grab her first strikeout of the ball game, and Mississippi State now with 1 gone in the top half of the first inning.
Yeah, that's just how you draw it up. You'd love to get the momentum going, get the ball rolling, and nothing better than getting a strikeout on the first batter.
Now Sierra Daniel will stand in. And the first pitch to her misses low for ball 1. Daniel this weekend 1 for 8. That lone hit coming yesterday in the ball game. And she came around to score one of the Tigers' 2 runs. First pitch was a ball. Here's the 1-0. Looking to show bunt, now pulls back as that one misses 2-0. So 2 straight counts where Faircloth has started behind 2-0, and so trying to work back from that now here.
Yeah, Daniel had a rocket out to right field in yesterday's game, so need to be careful where we place balls around her.
Now this one just misses, and I mean just misses, and the count now 3-0. And so, yeah, you mentioned that Daniel had that home run in the first inning for LSU yesterday, and Bulldogs came right back and had a 3-run homer in the bottom of the first from Paige Ernstis to take the lead. They never looked back. That one misses low. There's a 4-pitch walk, and the first walk of the ball game registered from Alyssa Faircloth, and so Mississippi State has put a runner on with 1 out for Kylie Edwards of LSU.
Yeah, Faircloth had a few balls that were dancing around the strike zone. None of them were called, but nonetheless, now you have a runner at first and have to be careful with Kylie Edwards up to the plate.
So Edwards standing in 0-0 and catches the outer half for strike 1. Look at Edwards this weekend. Reached 3 times on Friday, and yesterday went 2 for 3 and reached as well on a walk. So has reached 6 times throughout this series. This one misses low, and the count now 1-1.
Yeah, not only has she reached 6 times, she's also been an absolute weapon in the field. We've seen a lot of great plays from her over at shortstop this weekend.
Yeah, has fielded really, really well for the Tigers. 1-1. This one sent to left and foul out of play. And so she's down to the count 1-2, and Faircloth has worked ahead for the first time here. Wind blowing slightly out to left field, so favors the pull side for Edwards in the right-handed batter's box. 1-2 count on her with Daniel at first base, 1 out in the inning. Here's a pitch from Faircloth. Swing and a foul ball back and out of play. Count will stay where it is at 1-2.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest difference, Ty, is the fact that Faircloth's a little bit more methodical with her pitches and placement. Peja Gould, she stays ahead in the count early and often.
1-2 again. Sent to left center field, given a pretty good ride. Back at the wall. It is gone. Edwards, in her return trip to Starkville, homers in Game 3 to give the Tigers the early lead, 2-0 here in the top half of the first inning.
Yeah, that one right there just kind of left it over the top half of the plate, and Kylie Edwards just gives it a great swing. Not much wind blowing out and left, but that was all power right there. Got to tip your cap to the former Bulldog, and now the Bulldogs have to fight early. And we saw yesterday the similar thing happen with just an early knock. Yesterday was a solo shot. This one, a 2-run shot. So now Mississippi State's going to have to crawl back with the bats in the bottom half of the inning.
Faircloth gives up a home run. For her, that is the 10th she's given up this season. Now Alex Franklin will stand in, and this one fouled back at the count 0-1. Faircloth ahead. First home run she's given up this weekend. And so looking to fight back here, and you're right, State's going to have to go to work in the bottom of the inning, but it seems like they've answered all weekend as this one falls into the strike zone. The count now 0-2.
Well, and there's 2 sides of it. Not only does the bats have to answer, but Faircloth is going to have to answer as well. How she responds makes all the difference.
This one just misses, and the count now adds a ball, and it's 1-2. Faircloth, that was only the 5th home run she's given up as well in SEC play. 1-2, all speed, pulled over towards the left side and foul. And so the count will stay where it is. For State today, I was talking to you about this earlier before the ball game. It could be kind of an offensive game. Obviously, they've seen Faircloth. We hadn't seen Clopton, who they're going to be starting, but feel like State's got some momentum offensively, and hopefully Bulldogs can garner that, and they're going to have to if they want a chance here in Game 3 with LSU the early 2-run home run. That one missed, and the count now 2-2. Franklin with nobody on and one out. LSU up 2-0 after an Edwards home run. This one catches the outer half for strike 3, and so Faircloth with her second strikeout of the ball game. And 2 outs now in the away half of the first inning, and so Faircloth and the Bulldogs trying to work through a 2-run home run as Tori Edwards stands in with 2 gone and nobody on base. First pitch to Edwards, all speed in there, called strike 1. Edwards went 1 for 3 on Friday, 1 for 3 yesterday as well. A couple of strikeouts for her yesterday. Did reach on Friday with a walk. She's 2 for 6 this weekend. There's strike 2, and so Faircloth working ahead, looking for her third strikeout of the inning and trying to get the Bulldogs up to the plate for the first time. Here's the 0-2. Just misses for ball 1. State will lead off with Stiles, Barbary, and Sells. Bulldogs scored 5 in the first inning yesterday. Slow grounder over to short. Stiles up with it. Throw to first in time for out number 3. That'll end the top half of the first inning. Mississippi State, though, trails LSU 2-0. Kylie Edwards with a 2-run home run to left center field has given the Tigers a 2-0 lead in Game 3 as they try to salvage a game in this series. 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base as we move the bottom of the first inning. Tigers will run out Tatum, Clopton, and the Bulldogs will have 1, 2, 3 to up Stiles, Barbary, and Sells. We'll be back in just a moment for the bottom of the first inning and some more info on the starter for LSU and Tatum, Clopton. This is Mississippi State Softball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network in Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Bulldog fans, are you looking for the perfect weekend getaway? Look no further. Pearl River Resort in Choctaw, Mississippi offers the experience of a lifetime. World-class entertainment, unique shopping, and the ultimate in fine dining. And if that's not enough, hit the links at the world-renowned Azaleas and Oaks courses at Dancing Rabbit Golf Club and complete your stay in luxurious relaxation at the spa. Your exhilarating weekend awaits only at Pearl River Resort, where you'll be at the center of it all. Must be 21 or older.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Student Sports Network on Learfield. I'm Ty Goldman alongside John Wesley Cochran. We move along to the bottom of the first inning. LSU on top of Mississippi State 2-0. A Kylie Edwards 2-run home run to left center field has given the Tigers the lead. The Bulldogs will bat for the first time here in the bottom of the first against the senior righty out of fifth-year senior righty out of Lawrence, Kansas. Tatum Clopton, 2.21 ERA for her, 7-1 record, 12 appearances, 8 games started. So this will be 13-9, 44 and a third innings pitched, 34 hits, giving up 16 runs, 14 earned, 16 walks, and 32 strikeouts. And the first pitch from her is a strike to Morgan Stiles. Opponents with a .214 batting average against her overall this season, but in SEC play, opponents with a .305 batting average against her. And she has a 4.40 ERA in SEC play. This one misses high, and the count now 1-1 to Stiles. Stiles in that leadoff spot for the third straight game here this weekend. And here is the 1-1. Off speed, catches the outer half for strike 2. Look a little bit more at Clopton, and now third base umpire Kaylee Young going to talk with her. Don't know what the issue might be, but sorting that out as well with the LSU head coach. Looking a little bit more at Clopton. It's her 5th year. She's a 5th-year senior. Came from Oklahoma State, played there in 2022 and then was hurt in 2023-2024 season, and then started her career last year at LSU, 3.14 ERA, 58 innings pitched, and then has played again this year for the Tigers in her 5th season. This one out to right, and it is down the line, all the way to the wall. Stiles grounding first. She's in safely and standing up at second base. And how about that for Morgan Stiles? Had a double in the first inning off the top of the wall on Friday and has one here, and the Bulldogs have a runner aboard trying to answer the Tigers' 2-run homer in the first inning.
Yeah, that is exactly how you answer after what you put up in the top of the first inning. You respond, you place a perfectly sliced ball into right field that gets down, goes to the bottom, back right part of the wall, able to round first and stand up at second with ease.
Here comes Nadia Barbary now. First pitch to her, sent into left center field, back at the wall, gone! Home run! State has answered all weekend, and they do it again. Nadia Barbary with her 12th home run of the season, and we're dead even at 2 here in Starkville in the bottom of the first.
Just how you draw it up. A double, and then the next pitch, a 2-run shot. Bulldogs tie it up.
How about that for Mississippi State? Stiles with her 3rd straight leadoff hit in the first inning this weekend, and Nadia Barbary with her first home run of the weekend, her 12th of the season, and Mississippi State answers the 2-run shot from LSU in the top of the first inning with their own 2-run shot in the bottom of the first inning, and we are tied at 2 here. Nobody out still in the inning for State, and Kiara Sells stands in.
Man, that is how you do it. I mean, way to get the crowd into it. Just 2 pitches, Ty. I mean, you get the double down the right field line, and the next pitch is just a rocket laser out into left center field. Man, what a game so far.
First pitch, a ball to Sells, and this one misses high as well, and the count now 2-0. Sells was unable to reach yesterday. Looking to do so here. 2-0 misses away, the count 3-0. So that ended what was an 18-game reach base streak. That was the longest of her career. She has struggled a little bit this weekend, but looking to find her rhythm here and looking for her first hit of the weekend in game 3. 3-0 misses away, and she'll just take her base down to first. A walk for her, and she's walked a lot of times this year. That's her 33rd, and State's got a runner on first with nobody out.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think after this that Clopton is a little bit rattled. I mean, you give up a double down the right field line, a laser into left, and then you just walk one of the best batters in the lineup, and now you have Paige Ernstis, who has arguably had one of the best weekends for Mississippi State softball over Super Bulldog weekend. So now you got to think in this conversation into the circle that they're going to make a switch.
And it looks like they will, John. An early exit for Tatum Clopton. And State gets to her rather quickly. And so Bulldogs with a runner at first and nobody out. A tie ball game 2-2. And LSU will look to Peyton Monticelli. So Peyton Monticelli going to come in. Senior out of Cedarburg, Wisconsin. Reigning SEC pitcher of the week after grabbing all 3 wins in the sweep of Ole Miss last weekend. Monticelli pitched on Friday in relief for the Tigers. Was solid and recorded, I believe, 7 outs in a row during her relief appearance, but later in her appearance in the bottom of the 6th inning, a couple of runs came around while she was in the game. 3 1/3 innings pitched on Friday. 2 hits given up, 2 runs. 1 of them earned. 1 was off an error. 1 walk, no strikeout. She faced 13 Bulldog batters on Friday. So Mississippi State has seen her, and now really when LSU continues to make moves to the bullpen, if they continue to do that, it's going to be probably pitchers that Mississippi State has seen the rest of the way.
Yeah, no doubt. And if you're Mississippi State, this is exactly what you want. Now you tied up the game, back to 0-0. You still have no outs and a runner at first base. This inning is still very much alive. Plenty of time to keep developing on what we've already built and see how far we can take this. We saw how the bats got pretty hot yesterday. Let's see if the bats can stay contagious and continue continue what we've already started here in the bottom of the first inning.
Well, there's a hot bat stepping into the box now. Paige Ernstus will stand in for Mississippi State. She homered on Friday, 3-run home run. Homered yesterday, a 3-run home run in the first inning. So looking to go to work here. The first pitch from Monticelli dots the outside corner for strike one. So Monticelli, first pitch from her is a strike. And Ernstus will look to adjust. Runner at first for State, 2-2 our score. Nadia Barbary with a 2-run home run has tied things up. Nobody out in the inning. 0-1 misses away. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. So adjusted stats after what she did on Friday. Monticelli a 2.49 ERA in SEC play. 3-1 record. Did not receive the loss on Friday as this one catches the outer half. Count now 1-2. She was of no decision. Jaden Heavner was the pitcher who had the loss on Friday. Opponents with a .230 batting average against her in SEC play. So from their main pitchers, Monticelli has been really one of the hardest, if not the hardest, to hit off of in that LSU bullpen. 1-2, down the line and foul over towards third base. Interestingly enough, out of the pitchers that they use the most, she's really the third most used in SEC play and has arguably the best numbers. 19 2/3 innings pitched in SEC play. Heavner has 59 and Salura has 43 1/3. 1-2. Ernstus over to second. Going to be tough to turn two. Throw to second in time. Throw to first not in time. So a 4-6 fielder's choice cuts down the lead runner in Kiara Sells, and the Bulldogs still have a runner at first base, but will 1 out in the inning.
Yeah, you able to beat the throw out to first base. Not what you want. You get the lead runner out at second base, but nonetheless, inning still alive. Only 1 out. Plenty of time for this batting order to run through the second pitcher of the day.
Anna Carter now standing in. First pitch to her gets away from Bajaran behind the plate, but runner not moving at first, and Ernstus. The pitch was a ball missed inside, and the count now 1-0 on Carter. Carter went 0 for 2 on Friday. Had a walk in that game. This one catches the outer half. The count now 1-1. 1 for 3 yesterday, and also came around the score in the ball game. So overall in the series, 1 for 5 and has reached twice. 1-1. Misses high and tight for ball 2. So State with some early momentum here. As we mentioned, just seems like State responds every time LSU scores. They've done it all weekend. Doing it again here in the bottom of the first inning in Game 3. Carter sends this one foul, out of play over towards the right side and into the seats.
Yeah, just a little bit early and under that ball. Able to go to the first baseline just over the dugout. Like to see her straighten this one out and stay on top.
2 strikes now, 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. 1 out in the inning. This one just misses the outer edge. Great take there from Carter as it was just off the plate. Count full. Carter trying to walk and put a runner in scoring position for State. Couple of pitchers going down to the bullpen for the Tigers. At CC Salura and what looked to be Jada Phillips, maybe a bullpen catcher there. Count 3-2. This one sent to short. Nice play from Edwards. 6-4-3. Nice stretch at first base from Tori Edwards, and a 6-4-3 double play gets the Tigers out of the inning, but the Bulldogs able to answer the 2-run home run from the Tigers in the top of the first with a 2-run homer of their own in the bottom of the first inning. Nadia Barbary homers one to left center field after the leadoff double from Morgan Stiles, and the Bulldogs have tied it with LSU in Game 3, 2-2 as they look for the sweep. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. In the bottom of the first for MSU, we move to the top of the second inning. Mississippi State will send back out Alyssa Faircloth, and LSU will have 6, 7, and 8 due up. Bajaran, Lawrence, and Hutchins. Back in just a moment. 2-2 our scores. We head to the second. This is Mississippi State softball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network in Learfield.
Everything is just a little easier when you feel at home. At Cadence Bank, we're proud to be part of your home team. and we never stop working to give you a competitive advantage. Stop by a branch or visit us online at cadencebank.com to learn more about how we're helping opportunity take shape for our community.
There's a hit out to left field. This one is gone.
Cadence Bank, a proud sponsor of Mississippi State Athletics. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Student Sports Network on Learfield. To the top half of the second we go. Mississippi State and LSU tied at 2. Bulldogs looking for the sweep. Macy Bajaran will lead off the inning for the Tigers against Alyssa Faircloth. First pitch from Faircloth, an off-speed pitch that misses high for ball 1. So Bajaran average at .216, the senior catcher out of Rain, Louisiana. This one in there, called strike 1. The funny thing about those 2 home runs, obviously Nadia Barbary, a Bulldog right now, but Kylie Edwards with the home run, and I'm not going to claim her. She plays for LSU. This one sent. Oh, my goodness, what a play by Romero. Making the hop and the grab off of the line drive to steal a hit from Bajaran, and there's one out in the inning. How about that play from Zion Romero at second base?
No kidding. A frozen rope just over the right shoulder of Romero. She, right-handed, so she's using her left hand. She's having to reach across her body and snags it from going into right field.
And just stole a hit there from Bajaran, and so one gone here in the second for LSU as Char Lawrence stands in. But what I was going to say was, Kylie Edwards, a former Bulldog, and Barbary obviously a Bulldog. So both at one time in their career Bulldogs, obviously Barbary right now, and they both hit home runs here at Mississippi State. So kind of funny how that works. Here's a strike from Faircloth. The count now 1-1. Of course, Edwards had a really good career here at Mississippi State and decided to go down to Baton Rouge. 1-1 to Lawrence. All speed in there, called strike 2. On deck for the Tigers is Allie Hutchins. 2-strike count on Lawrence, 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out in the inning. The pitch from Faircloth, grounded over to short, slow roller. Styles up with it, quick throw to first in time for out number 2. Great play from Styles there, had to make a hard throw over. Good stretch from Ernstis at first base. There's 2 gone in the LSU half of the second.
Yeah, slow roller over to the left side, but Styles was able to just field it cleanly and had to beat the throw in time, but she made a hard throw across the diamond to get out number 2.
Allie Hutchins now will stand in. First pitch to her misses for ball 1. Hutchins had a hit on Friday against Alyssa Faircloth. Did strike out once, went 1 for 2. Yesterday, though, all against Peja Gould, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. All speed in there, called strike 1. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. State will have 6, 7, and 8 due up. Romero, Bernardini, and Rivera. They got to get out of the top of the second first. Nobody on and 2 outs. 1-1 to Hutchins. I just missed low. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Of course, you got baseball later this afternoon, about an hour and a half from now at Duty Noble Field. At 1 o'clock is first pitch. 1 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 1 p.m.
2-1. This one in there. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the top of the second inning in a 2-2 ball game. A lot of 2s right there. But baseball, again, will be in action at 1. Looking forward to that as well. 2-2. There's a swing and a foul ball back. And for the time being, Hutchins stays alive. You can watch that one on TV. Obviously, you can be there at the ball game, or Tune in on hailstate.com, the Hail State app. Listen to Neil Price, the voice of the Bulldogs. State goes for the sweep today at Duty Noble Field. This one catches the lower part of the zone for strike 3. Faircloth with a strikeout, her 3rd of the ball game. And Mississippi State with a 1-2-3 inning here in the top half of the second. And that sends us to the bottom of the second. Bulldogs looking sharp right now, surviving that blow in the top of the first inning, and have come back and responded. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for the Tigers in the top of the second inning. And so, again, we talked about this, John, as we'll keep it right here. Talked about it. State has just responded all weekend. They've done it it seems like whenever LSU scores, State scores. I think there's only one inning this weekend where LSU has scored that Mississippi State did not score. So right after that, so it's just been impressive to see what Mississippi State has done, and for a team that has had their share of struggles this week or this season in SEC play, both in general and offensively too. It's been great to see them continuously respond when they get back up to the plate.
Yeah, no doubt. I think you have to give credit to Coach Samantha Ricketts for having this team prepared and giving them the mindset that even though there's a little bit of adversity doesn't mean that you quit the game. It's how you answer and how you respond that will impact the rest of the game.
Well, I mean, this is a big couple of weekends in a row now for Mississippi State. Just talking about this weekend and also next weekend. You have LSU this weekend. Obviously, you win the series trying to grab a sweep, and then you go to Ole Miss next weekend and a chance for a series winner, maybe a sweep there. Ole Miss hasn't had the best of years in Oxford coming off that College World Series last year. So, listen, you need some wins down the stretch in terms of trying to host. State's kind of on the bubble of that right now, and you need to continue to win late. I mean, if you win the day, and I'm just saying, but if you win the day and then a sweep, you get back to even in conference play, you can be in a real good spot in terms of trying to host, as well as going to get even at an even 500 is incredibly impressive in this conference. As Zion Romero steps in to start the bottom of the second for State, the first pitch to her, a ball. Here comes the 1-0. It's sent into center field and down. A great start for Romero. Had 2 hits yesterday and continues her good work at the plate. And a leadoff single for Mississippi State.
Yeah, leadoff hits so far today have been really key. We saw back in the bottom of the first inning, we get the leadoff slice double into right field with Styles. And now we see this again with Romero. Let's see if the Bulldogs' bats can continue their dominance and continue that here in the second inning.
So Morgan Bernardini will stand in for State. First pitch to her misses away for ball 1. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. I mean, these are 2 big weekends for Mississippi State, who's on the cusp of hosting. It'll be the first time State has hosted an NCAA regional, if they could do that. They hosted a super regional in 2022 against Arizona, but have never hosted an NCAA regional here at News Park, as the 1-0 catches his own, the count 1-1. So a big couple weekends for State.
Huge weekends, no doubt. Another point I want to bring up, Ty. State has 3 hits today. Two of those hits today have come from sophomores.
Yeah, impressive what the sophomores have done really all weekend for State. This one fouled high, out of play, strike 2. Styles again has all weekend in leadoff spots in the first inning has had a hit. Had a double on Friday, a single yesterday, and a double today. So she's been impressive all year, but has really honed in on getting on base for Mississippi State this weekend. 1-2 misses away. The count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. State now 3 for 5 as a team. They've also walked once in the ball game. 7th batter in the order right now with Rivera on deck for State. 2-2 to Bernardini. Swing and a foul tip. I think that went off the helmet there of Bajaran, so we'll give her some time right there. As home plate umpire Ron Alexander walks out, hands the ball to Peyton Monticelli. She looks fine. That can always rattle you a bit if it hits you on top of the helmet right there.
Yeah, start feeling a little woozy a little bit, start spinning a little bit, but
might get worse with kind of the heat that we've got today too. It's a little warm outside, and of course I'm out here wearing a jacket. There's a swing and a foul ball back, and the count now 2-2. Or it stays where it is, 2-2 on Bernardini. Runner at first is Romero, led off the inning with a single. State's got 3 hits in the ball game. The LSU's 1. The score is tied at 2 in the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 on the way. Chopper to short. Edwards steps on the bag at second. Throw to first in time. Another double play for the Tigers. Edwards with a 6-3 double play. And there's quickly 2 gone in the inning for MSU.
Yeah, Chopper over towards the left side over at shortstop. Edwards, she thought that she was close enough to the bag, and she was, so she avoided the throw over to second base, taps on the bag, and throws a dart over to first base for the double play.
Now Des Rivera will stand in with 2 gone and nobody aboard for Mississippi State in the bottom of the second inning, and the first pitch to her a strike on the outer edge. Rivera had a hit yesterday, so is 1 for 5 so far in this series. This one catches the outer half of the count. Now 0-2 as she falls behind. Oh-2 from Monticelli. Hit hard over to short. Edwards up with it. Throw to first in time. And how about the inning for Kylie Edwards at shortstop? Has been sharp all weekend. Able to turn a double play and also have a put out to end the inning. 6-3 to end the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through 2 here in Starkville as we head the top of the third. Our score 2-2 here in Game 3. Bulldogs looking for the sweep over the Tigers. It'll be 9-1-2 Hodge, Laster, and Daniel due up for LSU once again against Alyssa Faircloth when we head to the top half of the third inning here in Starkville. Be back in just a moment. 2-2 our score here in Game 3, all even in Starkville. This is Mississippi State Softball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network in Learfield.
Ever imagine one company could transform how you live and work? With C-Spire, you're connected with advanced technology that enhances everything you do. How you order your morning coffee.
Order my usual.
How you secure your company's data. Even how you implement AI to increase productivity.
And next quarter is looking even better.
Giving you the confidence and control to accelerate business growth. There's more to see. C-Spire. Customer inspired.
Southern Ag Services and Alliance Ag Risk Management have deep roots in the farming communities of Mississippi and the Mid-South. Using crop insurance and research-based agronomy, our strategies will minimize your production risks and maximize your economic returns. Partnering with us ensures you'll get years of farming experience and local successes to help you make solid decisions. Alliance Ag Risk Management and Southern Ag Services, 662-268-8006.
Back at the Bulldog Student Sports Network on Learfield. We head to the top of the third here in Starkville. I'm Ty Goldman alongside John Wesley Cochran. Bulldogs and Tigers tied at 2. 2 home runs in that first inning, 1 for each team, has got us all square here in Game 3. State looking for the sweep. Avery Hodge leading off the inning for the Tigers in the 9 spot against Alyssa Faircloth, and the first pitch from Faircloth, an off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. Faircloth so far through 2 innings pitched has given up a hit, which was that solo homer from Kylie Edwards. 2-run homer as this one sent to right center field, and Sells able to make the grab for out number 1. But it's given up a 2-run homer from Kylie Edwards, and that's just about it. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts so far in the ball game for Faircloth, and so outside of that home run has looked sharp in this game.
No doubt. I was definitely curious to see what she would react, and so far she settled in.
First pitch to Lassiter in there, called strike 1, so now second time through the order. Lassiter struck out back in the first inning. This one misses high, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. One to Lassiter. All speed in there, called strike 2. Laster, as I mentioned, had a hit in each ball game, but overall hasn't been what you really would expect out of that lineup, or the top of the lineup for the Tigers this weekend. Although 2 for 7 and now 2 for 8 isn't too terrible, but you would expect a little more from the Tigers' leader in batting average.
No doubt. There's always this impression that the leadoff hitter needs to be the leader and needs to be dominant every single weekend, time in and time out. Some days you get it, some days you don't.
1-2 again to Lassiter. Fouled high out of play, and count will stay where it is. Well, it's always tough going up against this Mississippi State pitching staff. One of the best in the nation. And now with the 3 strikeouts today from Faircloth, 25 combined strikeouts this weekend. The 1-2. Right back up the middle, just past Faircloth, and a 1-out single for Jayla Lassiter. And the Tigers have life at the top of the third. Another single or another hit in the series for Lassiter, and she's at first base.
Yeah, right there, a great at bat from both sides. Yeah, Faircloth ahead in the count 1-2 right there. Lassiter just gives her best effort, gives a hard hit ground ball. Thought it was about to hit Faircloth in the left leg for a second.
Daniel trying to lay down.
Yeah, 0-2 ahead in the count. You have pitches to throw away. If you're right there, you throw in an off speed, low and away, and see if you can get a swing and a miss. Right there, great eye from Daniel.
1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. This one hit over towards the right side into right field. Sells up with it, and won't see Lassiter move to third base, and so now there's runners at first and second for the Fighting Tigers. As Kylie Edwards stands in a spot where LSU probably feels pretty confident right now. Edwards with that 2-run homer in the first inning, and so now they've got 2 runners aboard and trying to break the tie in this ball game.
Yeah, right there, a perfectly placed ground ball towards the right side. Romero playing double play depth, so she shaded more towards the left side. Right there, squeezes into right field. Now you have runners at first and second with only 1 out. Faircloth has to lock in.
0-0 to Edwards. Just misses low for ball 1. Mentioned the Tigers this weekend with runners in scoring position, 1 for 15. So have struggled in that spot, but they're in the top of the order right now, and with a batter at the plate that has a hot bat. All-speed pitch drops in there for strike 1.
Yeah, right there, beautiful pitch. Dropped at about 10 miles an hour from what we're accustomed to seeing Faircloth pitching.
Edwards with runners in scoring position this season, an average of 306. All speed on the inside corner for strike 2. She's driven in 32 runs this year after the 2-run homer earlier in the ball game. That is the second most on this ball club behind Tori Edwards. 1-2. In there, called strike 3. Big strikeout for Alyssa Faircloth, her 4th of the afternoon, or I guess morning, as we're still before noon here in Starkville, and there's 2 outs in the inning in the top half of the third.
I mean, beautiful, beautiful pitching right there from Alyssa Faircloth. She's facing arguably the toughest batter in the lineup with Kylie Edwards. 3 straight pitches, able to strike her out.
First pitch to Alex Franklin, misses low for ball 1. Yeah, huge strikeout right there. Seemed Edwards was frustrated with that, but continued to dot the inside corner right there, and always tough to adjust to that pitch. 1-0, fouled high out of play for strike 1. The count even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, it's also even more difficult whenever you're facing another batter that you have they just hit a home run off of you, and makes it even bigger situation with runners at first and second.
1-1 in there, called strike 2. Now you saw it on Friday all game long. Faircloth was battling with runners on base, didn't let any of it phase her. And has that same mindset here. The 1-2. Swing and a foul ball. And the count stays where it is for the time being. Franklin, a 322 batter with 2 outs, 333 runners in scoring position. Big spot here for both clubs.
Yeah, big at bat. You have the cleanup hitter, runners at first and second, only 2 outs, heading the count.
This one just misses low, and now Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Top of the 3rd inning. Tigers with a runner at first and second. Lassiter at second base, Daniel at first. 2-2. In the dirt, gets away from Rivera, back to the backstop. Both runners will advance to third and the second base. And so now there's 2 runners in scoring position and a full count on Franklin.
Yeah, I think that ball slipped a little bit from Faircloth. Now a full count, runners at second and third. Big pitch here.
The 3-2 swung on and dropped in front of the left fielder, Bernardini. 1 run scores, throw to the plate. I think it's in time, and no, safe. I think they might have to take a look at that right there. That was a heck of a throw from Bernardini in left field, but for the time being, it's a clutch hit from Franklin. Regardless, 1 run does score. And again, for the time being, the score 4-2 now, LSU.
Yeah, call on the field is safe, but yeah, Ty, like you were saying, I thought we were both about to see an out right there.
So State will challenge the ruling on the field of the second runner being safe. First runner was safe easily. That one fell in front of the left fielder, Bernardini, but that was a great throw made right there, and it looks like the tag's down on the left knee right there before the right foot hits the plate. So I think State's going to get to go to the dugout, and the score will be 3-2 instead of 4-2.
Yeah, there was absolutely zero doubt that the throw was that the throw was in time. It was really just a matter of if the tag was applied or not before the runner was able to slide into home plate. But yeah, Ty, like you said, I think the Dogs might be heading back to the dugout.
Throw was in time and on the money. On a hop, great job from Rivera to catch it and place the tag down. Let's see if the call is overturned. Call is overturned on the field. And so 1 run does come in to score, but the second does not for LSU. Great throw from Bernardini out in left field to cut down the second runner in Daniel at home plate. But the Tigers do get a run on a Franklin single into left field. 3-2 our score as LSU has scores 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. They leave nobody on base in that inning as we move to the bottom half of the 3rd. Tigers on top of Mississippi State in Game 3, 3-2. As we move along to the bottom of the 3rd, State will have 9-1-2 Keller, Stiles, and Barbary due up once again against Peyton Monticelli. Back in just a moment. Again, 3-2 our score. LSU on top of Mississippi State in Game 3. Bulldogs looking for the sweep. Back in just a moment. This is Mississippi State softball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network in Learfield.
Trey Willis, shortstop.
Marshall Jones, first baseman.
Alex Philbin, center fielder. Hi, I'm Tim from C Spire. Am I in the right place?
It always pays to have the right players on your team. That's why C Spire gives you fiber-fast home internet, nationwide 5G wireless, and best-in-class business solutions, all backed by local 24/7 support. C Spire, customer inspired.
Hi, I'm Jake Mangum. Life is about making the most of your at-bats. So if you struck out looking for auto insurance, give Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance a shot. Farm Bureau Insurance is offering huge discounts on their auto rates. In fact, over the last 12 months, Farm Bureau Insurance has taken 3 rate reductions. Talk about coming through in the clutch. So if you were with us before or you're new to Farm Bureau, it's time to come home. Visit msfbins.com to find great new rates on auto insurance. And go with the home team.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Student Sports Network on Learfield. We head to the bottom half of the 3rd here in Starkville. LSU on top of Mississippi State 3-2 after a RBI single in the top of the 3rd. The Tigers have taken the lead here in Game 3. State looking for the sweep. Kenley Keller standing in for the first time. This against Peyton Monticelli. Sends this one to center. Given a pretty good ride, but Laster able to make the grab on the front of the warning track for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the State half of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, gave that one a ride all the way out to the warning track. Hard hit ball. Love to see it from the freshman, but nonetheless back to the top of the order.
Morgan Stiles will stand in, led off the ball game with a double down the right field line. This is going to be her first time seeing Peyton Monticelli, though, as she doubled off of Tatum Clopton, who had an early exit in the ball game. First pitch a strike from Monticelli. Here's the 0-1. That one catches the outer half, and the count now quickly 0-2 on the Bulldogs' leadoff hitter. Monticelli has been sharp through her 2 1/3 innings pitch. One hit given up. No earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts, but her defense has worked behind her. A couple of double plays for the Tigers in the ball game. 0-2 misses away. The count now 1-2. She's faced 6 Bulldog batters now on her 7th right here. The 1-2. Ground ball back to the pitcher in Monticelli. Quick flip over to first in time. 1-3 put out. And State quickly with 2 gone here in their half of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, two quick outs. A chopper right to Monticelli, a heads-up play, and honestly one of the more faster throws I've ever seen from pitcher to first. She zipped it over there.
Yeah, she flipped that thing over there. Got her out quick. 2 outs in the inning for State. Nadia Barbary standing in, had the 2-run homer in the first inning. First pitch to her, a strike on the outer edge. Count 0-1, but had that homer to even things up in the first, and since then LSU has taken the lead 3-2. 0-1 misses low. The count evens up at 1-1. One to Barbary. Fouled back, and she's behind in the count now 1-2. That home run for Barbary in the first was her 12th of the season, so she's 1 shy of the home run leader for Mississippi State in Kiara Sells, who has 13. One, two. Swinging a foul ball back, and Barbary stays alive for the time being. Count stays at 1-2. Bases empty, and 2 outs in the inning for State as LSU leads 3-2 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Look at it, too, for Barbary in SEC play. That was her 4th homer in SEC play, and that's the most home runs in conference play on this Bulldog roster. This one, a shot hit way foul, but had a lot of juice on it. If that one was not pulled, would have easily found its way to Highway 182.
No doubt. Barbary, second on the team in home runs, now only 1 away from tying for the lead.
This one misses away. The count evens. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd with nobody aboard for the Bulldogs. 2-2. Misses low. Great take there from Barbary. And the count runs full now. And Barbary has been the best bat, too, in SEC play for State. Average above 300. It's just been really solid for MSU. There's a swing and a miss. Great off-speed pitch there from Monticelli. And the Bulldogs go 1-2-3. And a tough inning for Mississippi State. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base as we end the 3rd inning here in Starkville. Mississippi State trailing LSU, looking for the sweep. The Bulldogs are, but trailing LSU 3-2 as we move to the top half of the 4th inning. So, John, it'll be big for Mississippi State as we'll keep it here. Be big for Mississippi State to find a way to keep LSU off the boards here, kind of give yourself the best opportunity. Again, Peyton Monticelli looked sharp on Friday, has looked sharp again in relief for LSU, and so hopefully Mississippi State can keep LSU off the boards here and get the sticks back up and maybe try and score.
No doubt. Pretty much been cruise control. Looks like Peja Gould's going to be checking in. So, Faircloth, another great outing, but nice to have Peja Gould, who was a rock star yesterday with 11 Ks.
Yeah, so Peja Gould will come in. So the day done for Alyssa Faircloth, her final line. 3 innings pitched, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. Had 1 walk and 4 strikeouts, faced 13 batters through 61 pitches. So she her book closed, and she's done for the ball game. Peja Gould now will come in.
Yeah.
Gould yesterday. Go ahead, John.
No, yeah, I was about to say, I think this is just the steps that Mississippi's taking in order to try to win this series, and that's how important it is. You know, you want to ride with the hot hand. Peja was excellent yesterday, so see if that can carry over today and shut down the rest of the Tigers for the rest of the outing.
Peja had a complete game. Gave up 7 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. 2 walks, 11 strikeouts in the ball game yesterday. 4th time that she's had 10-plus strikeouts this season. Faced 31 Tiger batters through 128 pitches. And so will come in for Mississippi State. A 15-9 record for her. She would be if State can come back, and if she stays in the ball game while State comes back, could end up being the pitcher of record in terms of if State gets the win here in this game. 2.08 ERA for Gould. And so looking to replicate what she did yesterday. Tori Edwards leading off the 4th inning for the Tigers, and the first pitch to her fouled over towards the left side for strike 1. That's just kind of the game within the game there, trying to mix up what LSU is seeing. And State still got weapons in the pen. You've got Layla Amon, who only saw 2 batters on Friday. Here's the 0-1. Popped in the air. In foul territory, Barbary got it, and she'll make the grab for out number 1. Called everybody off of that one and makes the grab for out number 1. Good start for Peja Gould.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want. If you're able to locate balls that are maybe more on the inside half, maybe project more foul balls, get the easy outs, and stay ahead of the game by doing that.
Macy Bajaran now will stand in. This one sent foul down the right field line, but that one going to get out of play. And so the count 0-1 on her. Gould quickly hit. But State still got Amon, who only saw 2 Tiger batters on Friday. And also LSU has not seen Delaney Everett either, who has seen a lot of work over the last couple of series for Mississippi State. So State's got some weapons still in the bullpen.
No doubt.
This one misses away. The count now 1-1.
Yeah, that's the luxury that Mississippi State has. Whenever you have a pitching staff with so much depth that you can mix up options, and if Peja or Faircloth or your 1-2 punch aren't doing well, you have multiple other options.
This one misses low to Bajaran. The count now 2-1. She's 0 for 1 today. Had a line drive in the first that was snared by Romero on a hop. Just behind the cutout at second base, and this one misses low. The count now 3-1. Lawrence in the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-1 to Bajaran. Catches the inner half. Count now full 3-2. Look at what Bajaran did yesterday against Gould. Went 0 for 1. Was hit by a pitch and also walked in the ball game against Peja. She walks here as this one misses inside, a 1-out walk. Bajaran trots down to first base, and the Tigers have a runner aboard here in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, tough AB right there. Take it all the way to a full count on one of the hitters, one of the more weaker hitters in the lineup. So you'd love to take advantage of those, but now 7, 8, 9 in the order.
Charlotte Lorenz now will stand in. First pitch to her, foul down the left field line for strike 1. Lorenz 0 for 1 today. So that's the first time a batter really in this lower part of the order has reached. All of them combined, just look through 6 through 9, and really you could look at 5 through 9, a combined 0 for 6 so far in this ball game. And again, this is the first time they've seen Peja Gould now. 0-1. Hit hard down the line, but foul. over towards third base and into left field. That's at the count now 0-2. So a couple foul balls down the line. Lorenz, trying to straighten it out here. Gould trying to get her first strikeout of the ball game.
Yeah, they say the game is a game of inches. That one was just maybe a foot or so from staying fair.
Lorenz sends this one to left. Near the foul line and in the foul territory is Bernardini. She makes the grab for out number 2. So a couple of foul outs for the purple and gold, and LSU now with 2 outs here in their half of the fourth. Allie Hutchins now going to stand in. She Cade looking against Alyssa Faircloth a couple of innings ago in the second. 0-0 to her from Gould, misses low, ball 1. Hutchins yesterday really struggled against Gould, went 0 for 3, struck out 2 times. Tigers have been better with runners on today than they have all series. Here's the 1-0. That one dots the inner half for strike 1, evens the count up 1-1. 2 outs in the inning and a runner at first, 3-2 LSU in the top of the fourth. LSU 3 for 5 today with runners on base, 1 for 2 with runners in scoring position. So a lot better than they have been all series. This one fouled back over towards the backstop, and Gould ahead now 1-2. Hodge on deck for LSU. Gould trying to get, though, to Hutchins here as Barbary with a meeting there in the circle with Gould, and I guess just talking with her there to encourage her a little bit, and then we'll get to play here. State trying to get out of the inning unscathed. The 1-2. Right down Broadway. I thought that was strike 3. I thought it was a 1-2 count. I guess that was strike 2. Must have.
I guess so. I was thinking the exact same thing, Ty. Thought it was a 1-2 count.
So I guess the count 2-2. My apologies. 2-2 with 2 outs in the inning. There's a swing and a miss, and there's strike 3.
Doesn't matter.
Strike count for Paige Gould, her first of the ball game. Gould comes in her first inning of work, does walk a batter, but that does not faze her. Tigers with no runs on no hits, no errors. They leave 1 stranded. Bulldogs going to have 3, 4, and 5 cells. Ernstis and Carter due up against Peyton Monticelli when we get back here as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Bulldogs trying to go for the sweep against the Tigers of LSU, and they are trailing right now, though, 3-2 as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Be back in just a moment. Again, this is Mississippi State Softball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network and Learfield.
Everything is just a little easier when you feel at home. At Cadence Bank, we're proud to be part of your home team, and we never stop working to give you a competitive advantage. Stop by a branch or visit us online at cadencebank.com to learn more about how we're helping opportunity take shape for our community.
There's a hit out to left field. This one is gone.
Cadence Bank, a proud sponsor of Mississippi State Athletics. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Student Sports Network on Learfield. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Bulldogs trail 3-2 here to LSU as we head to the bottom of the 4th in Game 3. State has won the first 2 in this series, so going for the sweep today. State will lead off. They have 3, 4, and 5 due up. It's Kiara Sells due up for the first time in this ball game against Peyton Monticelli. First pitch from Monticelli misses away for ball 1. Monticelli has been sharp in this game. A strikeout, a lot of outs in the field of play, has only allowed 1 hit This one catches the outer half. Count evens at 1-1. So State's got their work cut out for them. Monticelli has kind of found her rhythm. Was that way on Friday, but Mississippi State got to her in the 6th inning, though, and got a couple of runners aboard and scored 2 runs there in that 6th inning on Friday.
Yeah,
this one misses low, the count 2-1.
Tigers aren't going to just hand the Bulldogs a series sweep. Bulldogs are definitely going to have to work for it, and right now Monticelli is not backing down.
2-1 from Monticelli. Sells fouls this one back, and the count now 2-2. Looking at it, LSU hadn't been swept much this season. Swept by Tennessee to start conference play on the road in Knoxville. And that is the only time they've been swept in conference play, so it's been a while. 2-2. Misses away. Count full now, 3-2. Sells walked back in the 1st inning. And so looking to do that here, she was the last batter to see Tatum Clopton, who exited the game early. And since then, it's been all Peyton Monticelli for LSU. The 3-2 to Sells. Sent into shallow right field, ranging in the right field and ranging back to second baseman and Daniel. And she'll make the grab for out number 1. So Mississippi State now, look at what LSU has done. Mississippi State has been retired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a row. Paige Ernst now will stand in for MSU. Slow grounder over to the left side. Hodge up with it. Nice fielding play over there, and the throw over to first in time. And just like that, there's 2 outs now on the bottom of the 4th for Mississippi State.
Yeah, Bulldogs have been able to put bat to ball pretty much all day and over the past 2 days for the most part. But right now, they have not been able to find some open grass, and this LSU defense has not made many mistakes.
Yeah, they hadn't made many today. Made a couple errors on Friday. Made one yesterday. But as the first pitch to Anna Carter, misses for ball 1. They look sharp today. Look really, really sharp today, and looking to at least salvage a game out of this series. The 1-0 to Carter. Catches the outer half for strike 1. Count even now. Carter grounded back in the 1st inning, grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Tigers have turned 2 of those today. 1-1. Fouled back, and now ahead the count is Monticelli, 1-2. LSU will have the top of the order come up next inning in the 5th. 9-1-2 to up Hodge, Lassiter, and Daniel. This one fouled back, and so for the time being, Carter will stay alive. State with 3 hits today, 2 runs. Bulldogs with 2 of those hits coming in the 1st inning, 1 in the 2nd. Those 2 runs coming in the 1st. Tigers with 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 runs in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd. Carter sends this one to left center, but Lassiter pretty much had her played there, was already really looked like moving towards left center, and makes the grab for out number 3. So State goes 1, 2, 3. Bulldogs have been retired 8 in a row. Tough inning for Mississippi State once again offensively, and they look to shut down the Tigers on offense, or shut down the Tigers on their side of offense. And State looking to go to work defensively. They'll go back to Peja Gould out in the circle again to be 9-1-2 for LSU due up when we get back here at News Park. 9-1-2 due up for LSU. Peja Gould back out in the circle. State trailing in Game 3, looking for the sweep, 3-2. Be back in just a moment. This is Mississippi State Softball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network in Learfield.
Ever imagine one company could transform how you live and work? With C-Spire, you're connected with advanced technology that enhances everything you do. How you order your morning coffee.
Order my usual.
How you secure your company's data. Even how you implement AI to increase productivity.
And next quarter is looking even better.
Giving you the confidence and control to accelerate business growth. There's more to see. C-Spire. Customer inspired.
Southern Ag Services and Alliance Ag Risk Management have deep roots in the farming communities of Mississippi and the Mid-South. Using crop insurance and research-based agronomy, our strategies will minimize your production risks and maximize your economic returns. Partnering with us ensures you'll get years of farming experience and local successes to help you make solid decisions. Alliance Ag Risk Management and Southern Ag Services, 662-268-8006.
Back of the Bulldog Student Sports Network on Learfield. To the fifth inning we go, through four here in Starkville. State looking for their first sweep of the season, but trailing right now to LSU 3-2 as we head to the top half of the fifth inning. Tigers have added runs in the first inning and a run in the third inning, 2 in the first, 1 in the third, and looking to add some here. Continue that trend of scoring in the odd innings. Bulldogs trying to keep the score where it is. Avery Hodge going to lead off the inning for LSU. 0 for 1 today with a fly out back in the third inning. 0-0 to her as Peja Gould still in the game. Grounded to short, throw over to first in time. Styles has to move quick there with Hodge scooting down the line. Got a lot of speed, but a 6-3 put out in the first pitch. There's one gone in the LSU half of the fifth.
Yeah, infield kind of expecting that. They were expecting something to slap over towards the end part of the infield right there. Chopper right to the shortstop, able to get an easy out, number 1.
Jayla Lassiter now will stand in. First pitch to her inside for ball 1. Lassiter 1 for 2 in the ball game. Cade in the first, singled in the third, came around the score, which was the run that gave the Tigers the lead there in the third inning. This one a strike. Now the count 1 ball and 1 strike. So again, she's had a hit in every ball game this weekend. She's been able to get on base for LSU. The 1-1 misses away. Now the count 2-1. Crowd not as heavy as yesterday. Again, game started early. A lot of people coming in from church. You got baseball later at 1 o'clock as well. This one just misses off the inner edge. Man, I thought that was there. And the count runs now to 3-1. What say you, John?
Yeah, it was pretty close if you ask me, but tight strike zone down the stretch.
The 3-1 hits the zone. That one higher than the 2-1 pitch that missed. It's on the inner edge. Count full on Lassiter, 3-2. State trying to keep a runner off the base pass. The 3-2 fouled back and out of play. The count will stay where it is. LSU has had a runner reach every inning but the second. That inning, Tigers went down 1-2-3. So State looking to do that again here. Keep the score where it is. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gould retires Lassiter. It's Gould's second strikeout of the ball game. And Mississippi State now with 2 gone here in the top half of the fifth inning.
Man, Peja Gould. I've said it once. I've said it again. I'll say it again. Peja Gould is a smooth operator, a full count, battles back, and just not afraid to throw it in the strike zone and get a K.
Here's Sierra Daniel. First pitch to her misses for ball 1. She's reached in every plate appearance in this ball game that she's had. She's had 2. Walked in the first, came around the score. Had a single in the third. And was cut down at the plate there in that third inning. This one misses inside, so now she's ahead in the count 2-0. If you remember from yesterday, Daniel was able to take advantage of Gould in the first inning. Had that solo home run to right center field that gave the Tigers the lead, but State quickly responded. This one in the dirt, 3-0, and Gould looking to try and avoid the 4-pitch walk and a 2-out walk. State will have 6, 7, and 8 due up. Romero, Bernardini, and Rivera next half inning. This one right down the middle. The count now 3-1. (3-1) to Daniel. This one fouled down the right field line, and here comes Gould now, able to make it a 2-strike count as the count runs full now. The Bulldogs trying to keep LSU scoreless for the second straight inning. Tigers have scored in every odd inning so far, in the first and the third, and so State trying to end that, trying to put down the Tigers 1-2-3 for the second time in the game. Here's the pitch. Slow grounder to second. Going to be a tough play. Romero throw over to first in time. Nice play from Romero. An off-balance throw, and she's able to retire Daniel at first base. 4-3 put out. Tigers go 1-2-3 for the second time in the ball game, and hopefully that can spark some momentum to the Mississippi State offense. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base as it's stretch time here in Starkville. We head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Bulldogs will have 6, 7, and 8 due up. Romero, Bernardini, and Rivera against Peyton Monticelli. Mississippi State trails 3-2 here in Game 3, looking to sweep the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Back in just a moment. This is Mississippi State softball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network in Learfield.
Trey Willis, shortstop.
Marshall Jones, first baseman.
Alex Philbin, center fielder. Hi, I'm Tim from C Spire. Am I in the right place?
It always pays to have the right players on your team. That's why C Spire gives you fiber-fast home internet, nationwide 5G wireless, and best-in-class business solutions, all backed by local 24/7 support. C Spire, customer inspired.
Hi, I'm Jake Mangum. Life is about making the most of your at-bats. So if you struck out looking for auto insurance, give Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance a shot. Farm Bureau Insurance is offering huge discounts on their auto rates. In fact, over the last 12 months, Farm Bureau Insurance has taken 3 rate reductions. Talk about coming through in the clutch. So if you were with us before, you're new to Farm Bureau, it's time to come home. Visit msfbins.com to find great new rates on auto insurance. And go with the home team.
Back of the Bulldog Student Sports Network. I'm Ty Goldman alongside John Wesley Cochran. We head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Mississippi State trails LSU 3-2 here in Starkville in Game 3. State looking for the sweep, but they have some work to do here as we move later into this ball game. Zion Romero going to lead off for Mississippi State against Peyton Monticelli. This one back up the middle, and how about the day for Zion Romero? She has the only 2 hits in the ball game for Mississippi State off of Monticelli, and the Bulldogs have early life here in the bottom of the fifth inning, a runner aboard with nobody out.
Yeah, Romero not wasting any time, sees the pitch she likes, sends it right up the middle. Now let's see if the Bulldogs can develop, piece together some good ABs. Maybe we can string together a couple runs and take the lead here in the bottom of the fifth.
So Mississippi State, the runner at first base. It looks like State's going to go with a pinch hitter. It'll be Greta Grassel. Grassel came up clutch late in the ball game on Friday. Had a single in the right that helped score 2. In the left field that helped score 2. Sends this one into left center field. Back at the wall. Off the top of the wall. Here comes the runner to third base. Romero safe, and Grassel in at second base. How about the weekend for Greta Grassel? Comes in clutch on Friday, able to provide some late insurance for State, and today able to get State some momentum in the fifth as they try to come back in Game 3 against LSU.
Grassel's number's called. She delivers. Right there, double off the wall. Runners second and third. Let's see if the Bulldogs can find something here in the bottom of the fifth and take back the lead.
State going to go with another pinch hitter as well. Ricketts making some moves off the bench. It'll be Taylor Troutman who will come in for Mississippi State. It will be Troutman's first at bat of the series. Look at her average this season, 279 on the year. Look at what she's done in SEC play. Average at 214. Has had a couple of homers. And so we'll see if Taylor can come up clutch here. Just need to put a ball in play. First pitch misses away. This is the first real trouble that Monticelli has faced in the ball game. Again, she had retired 8 straight Mississippi State batters. But State has led off with a single and a double. 0-1 count to Troutman. Here's the pitch. And it misses high. Ball 1.
Yeah, Clopton couldn't even get 10 pitches, and then Monticelli's name gets called. And for the most part, she's been pretty much on cruise control this entire game. Now she's starting to face some adversity.
Good count for Troutman to hit. Here's the 2-0. That one catches the lower part of the zone for strike 1. Looks like State is staying with Kinley Keller in the 9 spot, who's in the on-deck circle. The biggest scoring threat for Mississippi State since the first inning. The 2-1. Misses low and away, ball 3. Tigers do have a couple of arms moving in the bullpen. Can't quite see who that is out there. I'll continue to monitor that, and let you know. Good count for Troutman to hit. Runners at second and third, nobody out. The 3-1. Does not offer at that one. A fantastic take, and Mississippi State's got the bases loaded with nobody out here, down 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, great take. That ball was just a little bit outside. Most people would have taken the bait, but right there, Troutman lays off, gets a nice walk. Now she's headed over to first base. We'll get another pinch runner. Now bases loaded with Keller up to the plate. Things could get dangerous here with no outs and the top of the order approaching.
Allie Supan going to run at first base for the for the Bulldogs. And head coach Beth Torrena coming out of the dugout for LSU, and you could see a pitching change for the Tigers. As the Cowbells are alive and well here at News Park. It's a great start to the inning for Mississippi State. You've got the leadoff single from Romero, who's seen Monticelli very well, seen the ball very well, especially in this series now, 2 for 2 in this game, had 2 hits yesterday. Then you have Greta Grassel, who's seeing it well. She's only had 2 plate appearances in this series, and that was only, by the way, her 7th at-bat of the season. So she gets a double off the top of the wall, was a couple feet from getting out of here, and then State gets a walk there from Troutman off the bench, and so a lot of momentum for Mississippi State in this ball game now as they try and rally here late with it being 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to just have the next man up mentality. Whenever coach calls your name, you have to be ready at all times. Right there, this is a product of that saying. And right now, this is where the opportunity arises. Let's see if they can rise to the occasion.
LSU does not make a change, so Peyton Monticelli will stay in as Kinley Keller stands in. Bases loaded, nobody out for State. 0-0, misses low, ball 1. Monticelli, that walk to Troutman, only the first she's given up in the ball game, and again, these 2 hits in the ball game, part of only 3 that she's given up in her relief appearance. She came in the first inning. This one grounded over the right side of Chopper. Only 1 play to first and outmade, but a run does come in to score, and Mississippi State has tied the ball game as Kinley Keller does her job, and it's 3-3 now in the bottom of the 5th inning. State with still 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, not ideal, but the Bulldogs will take it. They tie up the game. A chopper over to the right side, not enough time to turn 2. You get the easy force out at first, but now you still have runners at second and third, so plenty of opportunity here at the top of the order.
Morgan Stiles due up now. First pitch to her misses low for ball 1. If you're State, you feel like you got to put up a crooked number here. Really good opportunity, and so just feel like you need to see at least 2 here this inning. 1-0 to Stiles. Here's the pitch. Misses away, ball 2. Stiles 1 for 2 in the ball game. Has only seen Monticelli once, so seen her for her second time. Grounded out to her in the 3rd inning, but she doubled way back in the 1st inning. Came around to score on a Nadia Barbary 2-run home run. 3-3 our score. Runners at second and third for State, one out. Styles just off of this one, fouls this one off the netting and into the LSU dugout, and the count now 2-1.
Yeah, Monticelli has been superb this entire game, and right now with the Bulldogs with runners in scoring position, now's the time for Mississippi State to take advantage of this great relief performance.
The 2-1 misses away. Great job from Bajaran behind the plate not to let that thing get to the backstop. And a fantastic hitter's count now for Morgan Styles, 3-1. Grassel at third base, Supan at second. A lot of speed on the base pass for MSU. Ball in the outfield probably would score 2. The 3-1. Sent back to Edwards, and she's able to grab it on a line and throw back to second and double off Supan. Man, she has played fantastic in this ball game defensively for LSU, and that is a huge momentum shift as LSU able to strand able to get out of the inning with 2 runners in scoring position. State of the bases loaded, nobody out. State does score 1 run to tie this ball game up on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. But, man, just a tough break for Mississippi State. And how about that play from Kylie Edwards?
Man, have to give kudos to Edwards. She's played phenomenal from the field and offensively for that matter. But right there, just a tricky situation if you're Mississippi State. The ball's hit directly to her. She's able to get the out 1, and, the runner's already halfway to third base, and that's just an easy tag at the base for out number 3. But unfortunate circumstances for the Bulldogs. But Mississippi State's going to have to piece together some runs in the back half of the game to come out with the W.
Well, what was so impressive about that, too, was, their infield was playing in as well. So the reaction time is going to be a lot quicker. And that one was hit to her left, so she had to dive and make that play. And able to make the play in the throwback in time. And just a tough spot for Allie Supan because, 9 times out of 10, that ball does not get caught. That's just a tough play to make. And so already, trying to get your secondary and try and, come around the score right there if that ball finds its way in the outfield. So no blame there on Supan. That's just a tip of the cap kind of play there to Kylie Edwards. And it's a huge momentum shift. Gets LSU out of that inning with only 1 run scored. And so still tied at 3, but feels like a huge win right there and weight off the shoulders for LSU. As now the player who made that play is going to stand in to be Kylie Edwards, who will lead off the inning against Paige Gould to start things for LSU. Bulldogs with a couple of changes defensively, so we'll look at it as a whole. The battery, Gould in the circle, Rivera behind the plate, the infield, Barbary at third, Styles at short, Romero at second, Ernstis at first, so everything there the same. The outfield is where the changes are. Grassel now in left field, Sells in center, and Keller in right field for Mississippi State. So there's the field alignment for the Bulldogs as we're in the top half of the 6th inning. 0-0 misses inside for ball 1 to Kylie Edwards. She's 1 for 2 today of the 2-run home run in the first inning, which got things started for LSU. Cade looking back in the third. 1-0. That one in there on the inside corner for strike 1. Gould in relief. Her 3rd inning of work. Giving up no hits, no runs. 1 walk, though. Did not face her. Has 2 strikeouts. This one a slow roller. Going to be a tough play. Styles up with it. Throw to first. Not in time. Edwards beats it out at first base. She is safe. It's an infield single to start the inning for the Fighting Tigers.
Kylie Edwards is having a day, and that's what's going to happen whenever you have a veteran that's played the game for this long in conference play and has the athletic ability and the talent to be able to beat out plays like that. And right there, a slow roller to shortstop. She's going to beat that throw out with her speed and capabilities.
So Alex Franklin going to stand in for LSU now. With Kylie Edwards at first base, nobody out. Got to think maybe LSU might try and make a move with Kylie Edwards. She's stolen 7 bags on the season. Or maybe Franklin tries to lay one down. She looks to swing away here, but looks at strike 1 on the inside corner.
Yeah, no doubt. If you're LSU, you're probably thinking tie ball game, we need to score runs. And with no outs, you have two opportunities. You can either lay down a bunt, sacrifice an out, or you can try to trust your batter.
They lay one down. Barber going to call off the pitcher. Gould throws the first in time. Edwards safe at second base, and so a nice job from Franklin there. Sacrifice bunt works to perfection. There's a runner now in scoring position with one out for LSU.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to have batters in your lineup that can be able to lay down a bunt at all times. And in crunch time situations like this, that's what's most important when you're trying to advance a runner.
Torrey Edwards stands in. This one a shot out to center, and it is gone. Edwards with a home run over the right center field wall, and the Tigers have taken the lead back. 5-3 LSU in the top half of the sixth inning, their second home run of the ball game.
Yeah, long balls have been the kryptonite for the Bulldogs today. Not ideal, but right there you get a pitch that's a little bit up and inside and turn and burn right there and able to take it yard.
She was all over that one. And so Torrey Edwards, her 12th home run of the season, the best home run hitter in the lineup for the Tigers. And they'll have to regroup here. 5-3 LSU. First pitch to Macy Bajaran, fouled out of play for strike one. Oh, 1 to Bajaran, misses low, count evens 1-1. You just talk about the momentum shift there. State led off that bottom of the fifth, had the bases loaded, nobody out, able to score a run, but had second and third with one out, and just a really solid play made there from Kylie Edwards. As this one misses away for ball two now, 2-1 the count. But a great play made from Kylie Edwards to end the inning, a double play, and then they take that momentum to the plate, able to get a runner on, and Kylie Edwards on an infield single, and a home run from Torrey Edwards. 3-1 now the count as the 2-1 missed away. Gould trying to regather here. One out in the inning and nobody aboard. 5-3 Tigers in the top of the sixth inning. This one inside, nice pitch there from Gould. The count now runs full.
Yeah, that's why for just the game in general, momentum swings don't just come from offense. It comes from big defensive plays like a double play and getting confidence back.
3-2 hit hard in the left, and Burns Grassel. That one hops off the wall. Throw to second will keep Bajaran at first base, but it's a hard hit single in the left, and the Tigers looking to add more here in the top of the sixth inning.
Yeah, right there, all over that one. Just a laser into left field, able to get to the wall, but got to tip your cap to Grassel, able to get on her horse and get it into second base before she's able to round first.
Char Lawrence will stand in now. I think LSU went with a pinch runner over there at first base. It looks like it's Destiny Harris at first base for the Tigers. So she'll pinch run for Bajaran. Tigers looking to add more. Char Lawrence, or Lorenz stands in. 0 for 2 today. Ground out in the second, foul out in the fourth. 0-0. Misses away, ball one. You have to think, too, if LSU continues to add on some hits, might see State make a move to the pen late in the ball game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked just to see a different look.
1-0. That one misses inside. The count now 2-0.
Yeah, because apart from a third of an inning, LSU's only seen two pitchers this weekend, so wouldn't hurt to put in a different look.
2-0 now. This one misses high in the count 3-0, and so Gould having to work back here. And Gould and Faircloth have looked solid today. It's just, again, you mentioned this earlier, the long balls have been the kryptonite for Mississippi State in the game. For Mississippi State in the game. LSU's got two of them. Obviously, scored a run in the third off of a single in the left. But, the home runs have, they weigh a ton. I mean, they score, 2 runs off of it, so it's not, a grand slam or anything. It's just, but those non-solo home runs just feel really heavy on you, especially when it gets later in the ball game.
Yeah, it definitely means you have a lot more ground to make up, and apart from the third inning, it's only been the long balls for LSU.
3-0 in there, called strike one. Lorenz looking to reach for the first time today. 3-1, popped up in the air. Let's see if this stays in play. I think it will. Rivera calling everybody off, makes the grab for out number 2. So a foul out 2 times in a row for Lorenz, and the Tigers 2 outs in the inning. State trying to keep this deficit at 2 as Allie Hutchins going to stand in, or will they make a move with a pinch hitter? Let's see. Yeah, they'll go with Riley Johnson. So Riley Johnson will hit for the Tigers. She came in and pinch hit yesterday. Was recorded out in the field of play. Went 0 for 1, and so State also going to come out. Taryn Molt-McKinney and Coach Samantha Ricketts also talking with the home plate umpire. I think we might see a switch for Mississippi State. Looks like it's going to be Delaney Everett for the Bulldogs. And so we'll see Delaney for the first time this series. That'll be it for Peja Gould as the crowd applauds her. A tough into her relief appearance. That home run here in this inning has given the Tigers a 5-3 lead. So that'll be it for her. Her book not quite closed yet, as she would be responsible for the runner at first base if that runner were to score. But just looking at what she finishes with right now, 2 2/3 innings, 3 hits given up, 2 runs, both earned on that home run here in this inning. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, faced 12 batters, threw 47 pitches. And so again, she would be responsible for another run if that runner would score, if that runner scores at first base. And so it'll be Delaney Everett for Mississippi State. Junior pitcher out of Oakdale, California. Had a really good season in SEC play last year for the Bulldogs, and needs to come up clutch here. Has come in relief in the past couple of series for Mississippi State, and has gotten a lot of experience as of late. Started the year off hurt, and so is coming in now to pitch her first couple of innings against LSU. On the year, has a 1-0 record. 6 hits given up, has not given up a run this year in 8 2/3 innings pitched, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. So, again, has not given up a run this season, and so looking to keep it the same way here. And again, LSU will go with a pinch hitter for Hutchins. It'll be Riley Johnson who will come in. As I mentioned, went 0 for 1 yesterday. This will be the first time she's seen Delaney Everett. Everett coming in as a lefty. The 0-0 misses low, ball 1.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. I think also kind of switches things up with the lefty, as LSU's only seen right-handed pitchers the entire weekend. So
this one a strike, and the count now 1-1. At first base is Harris. Stolen 5 bags this year, scored 17 runs for the Tigers. 1-1. Sent into left. Grassel under it, makes the grab for out number 3. So Delaney Everett comes in, sees 1 batter, gets 1 out. But the damage is done for the Tigers. They're able to add 2 in the top half of the 6th inning, and they have taken a 5-3 lead on Mississippi State. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on base for LSU. It is Tori Edwards with a 2-run home run to give LSU the lead 5-3 in Game 3 over Mississippi State. Bulldogs will have Barbary Sells and Ernst up 2, 3, and 4, We'll see who LSU goes with. If maybe they make a change in the circle. No, they'll stay with Peyton Monticelli. So we'll continue to see her work. State 2, 3, and 4, trying to come back late in this game, down 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Be back in just a moment. This is Mississippi State softball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network in Learfield.
Everything is just a little easier when you feel at home. At Cadence Bank, we're proud to be part of your home team, and we never stop working to give you a competitive advantage. Stop by a branch or visit us online at cadencebank.com to learn more about how we're helping opportunity take shape for our community.
There's a hit out to left field. This one is gone.
Cadence Bank, a proud sponsor of Mississippi State Athletics. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Student Sports Network on Learfield. Bottom half of the 6th we go. LSU on top of Mississippi State in Game 3. Bulldogs looking for the sweep, but the Tigers on top 5-3 after a 2-run home run in the top of the 6th inning from Tori Edwards gives LSU the lead. Nadia Barbary leading off the inning against Peyton Monticelli. First pitch to her, a ball. And here comes the 1-0. Misses away, now ball 2. Barbary in the game, 1 for 2, had that 2-run homer in the first that tied things up. LSU is, through the course of the game, scored some runs. They have the lead right now. This one fouled, and the count now 2-1.
Yeah, just ever so slightly clipped that ball, so 1-1 count. Tell you what, Ty, it would be nice to see another home run. Maybe you should just request another one like you did yesterday.
Well, Nadia, I would appreciate you if you hit another one right here. Well, maybe that'll work. We'll see. Bulldogs today 3 for 5 in leadoff scenarios. This one fouled down the third base line. And the count evens at 2-2. State 3 for 5 in leadoff spots today. First time that Nadia Barbary has led off an inning. She's 444 in leadoff spots this season. 2-strike count on her. Here's the pitch. Fouled, and count will stay where it is. It should be 2-2. Scoreboard and computer says 1-2. I believe it's 2-2. First 2 pitches were balls. So we'll see if that sticks. Right now, it should be 2-2. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over to third. Hodge up with it. Throw to first in time. Out number 1 is recorded by the Tigers. So the Tiger defense has looked sharp today. No errors for them. They had 2 on Friday, 1 yesterday. And, again, they have looked really, really good today. And that's been important for LSU all ball game. They get 3 double plays in this game alone.
No, for a pitcher, having a defense like that to back you up, especially with double plays, that makes your life significantly easier in the circle.
Kiara Sells stands in. First pitch to her. A strike on the outside corner. Sells looking for her first hit of the day. Did reach in the first on a walk. This one catches the outer half. Now down the count 0-2. (0-2) on Sells. Here's a pitch. This is away. Count now 1-2. State has been down a couple times in this series. hadn't really had to play from behind as late as they are having to right now. This one fouled down the left field line and out of play. That one would have been straightened out just a little bit. Would have been a solo shot for Kiara Sells.
No doubt, that was mashed. Checking over, it looked like that was definitely over 200 feet, so would have done the trick. Straighten that one out. We might have ourselves a close ball game.
1-2 the count. Bases empty. 1 out in the inning. Bottom of the 6th. And time called from Monticelli in the circle. But yeah, State just hadn't had to play down or play from behind late like this weekend, and having to do that here. Swing and a miss, strikeout for Sells. And quickly 2 gone in the State half of the 6th inning.
Yeah, have to give kudos to Monticelli with not even 10 pitches faced from Clopton. And coming in, she has really been dominant today, only giving up 3 hits, a couple strikeouts, but she's relied on her defense to be able to do a lot of the work for her. But she has done her job today and made it very difficult for Mississippi State to find really good at-bats.
So Paige Ernst is going to stand in now with 2 outs for Mississippi State. Try and get a 2-out rally started here. Ernst is 0 for 2 today. First pitch to her, a strike on the outer edge, and makes the count 0-1. But again, 0 for 2 today. 2 home runs, though, in this series. 1 coming in each game, and each of them being 3-run home runs to give Mississippi State a lead. Both of them hit to left center field, too, and pretty much the same spot, both of those home runs. 0-1 miss. So count 1-1. Here's the pitch. Hit hard and in the left field past the diving glove of Kylie Edwards. And so State with a runner aboard here. They have life in the bottom of the 6th inning. As State will go now to Anna Carter. And I think MSU will maybe make a move on the base pass, and Abby Grace Richardson's going to come out and run for Paige Ernstes. So for Paige, that's her first hit of the ball game, and now has collected a hit in each of the 3 games this series, and seems like she's kind of caught fire late here in the year, and it's the right time to catch fire late in the season. I've had a couple of bats do that. Seen Ziane Romero do that as well, and she's on deck right now. I'm sure State would love to get her up at the plate.
No doubt. She has been by far the hottest hitter today, and she's had some great at-bats all weekend. So love to continue this dominance from the young sophomores and continue this development.
Anna Carter going to stand in, runner at first with 2 outs for State. She fouls off the first pitch to the netting for strike 1. Don't know if I mentioned it, but I will just in case. Abby Grace Richardson pinch running at first base for State. Pinch run a couple games in this series. In Game 3 and in Game 1. Started yesterday and played out in center field. 0-1. This one on the outer edge. Count now 0-2. Played out and started in center field. Moved around yesterday. I think she maybe went to right yesterday. I know she went to first base yesterday at one point, so kind of just moved around. State trying to keep the inning alive. The 0-2 to Carter. Grounded over to the right side, and an easy play for Tori Edwards. Steps on the bag at first for out number 3. And so that sends us to the 7th. We're through 6 here in Starkville. Bulldogs heading into the 7th, trailing for the first time here this weekend. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base for Mississippi State. Tigers will have 9, 1-2 to up Hodge, Lassiter, and Daniel as Delaney Everett comes back out for Mississippi State, looking to keep the score where it is, and hopefully the Bulldogs can rally and win the game in the 7th, or at least tie it and send us to extras. Top half of the 7th we go through 6 here in Starkville, 5-3 in Game 3. State trying to come back and sweep the Tigers of LSU. Be back in just a moment. This is Mississippi State softball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network in Learfield.
Ever imagine one company could transform how you live and work? With C Spire, you're connected with advanced technology that enhances everything you do. How you order your morning coffee.
Order my usual.
How you secure your company's data. Even how you implement AI to increase productivity.
And next quarter is looking even better.
Giving you the confidence and control to accelerate business growth. There's more to see. C Spire. Customer inspired.
Southern Ag Services and Alliance Ag Risk Management have deep roots in the farming communities of Mississippi and the Mid-South. Using crop insurance and research-based agronomy, our strategies will minimize your production risks and maximize your economic returns. Partnering with us ensures you'll get years of farming experience and local successes to help you make solid decisions. Alliance Ag Risk Management and Southern Ag Services, 662-268-8006.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Student Sports Network on Learfield. We head to the top of the seventh. Bulldogs trailing as we head to the seventh inning for the first time here this weekend, and so Mississippi State will try and keep the deficit where it is, 5-3 Tigers as we head to the top of the seventh inning. And Mississippi State with Delaney Everett back out in the circle, and LSU going to go. It'll be 9-1-2 due up, and they are going to make a switch at the plate, and we'll take a look and see who this is. Be number 4, Grady Appling. And so the freshman out of Juliet, Georgia, will get her first plate appearance here of the weekend, and it'll also be her first plate appearance in SEC play. Has only appeared in one SEC game this year back on March 22nd. Pinch ran against South Carolina. A big swing and a miss from her for strike one. On the year, this is only her third at bat. She has one hit in her previous 2 at bats this year and has driven in a run as well. And this one hits her on the back. And tough right there for Everett. Really don't want to lose her. So again, she hasn't seen very many pitches in SEC play, and so Appling takes her base down to first, and the lineup flips over. Jayla Laster now going to stand in. Tigers are going to go back to Avery Hodge, who will come out and run at first base.
Yeah, you always want to try to take advantage of the 9-hole hitter, but right there, missed opportunity with the hit-by pitch. Now Everett's got to battle back from the top of the order.
So as we wait for them to get the lineup change on the card, they do, and back and ready for play. Lassiter up now for the Tigers. 0-0, hit hard up the middle. Might be 2. Romero steps on the bag at second, throw to first, not in time. Close play there. And a stretch over there from Richardson, who's now at first base, but not in time. And so lead out is made at second base, but runner safe at first.
Yeah.
One out in the inning.
Romero was kind of like an awkward distance. She was close, kind of far away from the bag, but close enough to go ahead and get the out at second, but not enough time to be able to turn 2 and make the throw to first.
Sierra Daniel now going to stand in. First pitch to her misses away for ball 1. So 1-0 the count on Daniel. He's reached in 2 out of 3 plate appearances so far. 1 for 3 today with a single. Rather 1 for 2 with a single and a walk in the first. There's a swing and a miss, strike 1. One pitch, foul tip into the glove for strike 2. So Everett looking for her first strikeout of the ball game, would be only her second strikeout of the year. Again, has only worked 9 1/3 innings pitched. The 1-2 This is away. Count now 2-2. But talked about it earlier, John. Remember last year she was incredibly dominant in SEC play. Had the least amount of walks among all pitchers in the SEC in conference play. It was really, really impressive. This one fouled back at the count now 2-2. Injury at the beginning of the season, but she has worked her way back. It's still in her junior year as well, so State hopefully can have her come back next year and be a force out of the bullpen. Obviously, still a lot of pitchers under senior classification, but they look to continue to see great things from her. 2-2 now. Misses high, ball 3, count full with a runner at first base and 1 out.
Yeah, I think that's what's so great is that we have so many talented pitchers on this pitching staff that we're blinded from the fact that we have somebody that's been on this team even through injuries, but we can still bounce back with seniors.
This one out to left field, really shallow left. Grassel in to make the play, and the runner and Lassiter will retreat back to first base. So 2 gone in the LSU half of the 7th inning.
Man, that was great pitching right there from Everett. Battles back all the way to a full count, able to rely on our defense, be able to, puts the ball in the strike zone, makes the hitter hit it, and sends it out to left field for the easy fly out.
I don't want to play around with this batter. It's Kylie Edwards who stands in. First pitch to her, misses low for ball 1. She's 2 for 3 today. Single in the 6th, came around to score. Homer in the 1st. 2-run home run.
Yeah, Edwards has just been a force to be reckoned with so far today and pretty much all this weekend on offense and defense.
First pitch missed. This one now sent out to right. Chasing it is Keller, and it just drops in foul territory. Tough play there as that one was tailing away from her. And 1-1 count now.
Yeah, that one was slicing. I thought Keller might have had a play on it, but not enough juice on that ball to stay up in the air. Not enough air time for Keller to make her all the way over, make her way all the way over towards the right field line.
State has made a couple of defensive changes. I'll get those to you if I can right after this pitch. The 1-1 from Everett misses low, ball 2. So behind the plate, it's Rivera and Everett in the circle. Infield has changed only at one spot. Barbary at third, Styles at short. Rivera at second, Richardson the lone change at first, and then the outfield is as so. Grassel in left, Silva now in center field, and Keller in right. This one catches the outer half. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the top of the 7th inning, Mississippi State trying to get out of this inning unscathed and keep the deficit where it is and try and spark a comeback in the bottom of the 7th. 2-2 to Edwards. Swinging a foul ball back. Edwards stays alive. Now, she's been one of the toughest to strike out, too, this season. Now, look at it this weekend. She's had 2 strikeouts. That's pretty impressive just from Mississippi State's pitching staff. But has only, in 144 at-bats, only struck out 8 times this year. One of the toughest to strike out in the entire country. Sends this one into right center. Silva over, and will call off Keller, and will make the play for out number 3. So great job by Delaney Everett in relief. And since coming in there in the 6th inning has kept things where it is. So 5-3 our score as we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base for the Tigers as we head to the bottom of the 7th, and Mississippi State looks to rally and at least push this thing to extras. If not, hopefully they can maybe score 3 and win this thing in extra innings. 5-3 our score. Bulldogs looking for a couple of runs to try and keep their sweep hopes alive as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Romero, Grassel, and Rivera due up right now. We'll see if State makes any changes at 6, 7, and 8 once again against Peyton Monticelli. Back in just a moment, 5-3 the score LSU as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. This is Mississippi State Softball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network and Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Bulldog fans, are you looking for the perfect weekend getaway? Look no further. Pearl River Resort in Choctaw, Mississippi offers the experience of a lifetime. World-class entertainment, unique shopping, and the ultimate in fine dining. And if that's not enough, hit the links at the world-renowned Azaleas and Oaks courses at Dancing Rabbit Golf Club and complete your stay in luxurious relaxation at the spa. Your exhilarating weekend awaits only at Pearl River Resort, where you'll be at the center of it all. Must be 21 or older.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Student Sports Network on Learfield. We head to the bottom of the seventh. State needs 2 runs to stay alive here. Zion Romero leading off the inning against Peyton Monticelli. And the first pitch, a strike to her on the outer half. Romero 2 for 2 in the ball game, 2 singles, and both of them have come off of Peyton Monticelli. 0-1, grounded over to the left side. Nice pick from Hodge, throw to first in time, and there's one gone here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And so Romero retired for the first time today. And State going to stay with Greta Grassel in the 7 spot. The Bulldogs will try and keep the hopes alive for a sweep. Grassel had that double off the wall in the 5th inning. First pitch to her misses high for ball 1. So in her 2 plate appearances this weekend, an RBI single and a double off the wall. Helped State tie the ball game up, but since then LSU has taken a 5-3 lead. Takes this one for ball 2. And so she has really seen it well this weekend. Haven't been able to get a lot of plate appearances this year, but has seen it well, and some opportunities might open up for her here later in the season. 2-0. Fouled back just off of it. And the count now 2-1. Sophomore out of Boscobel, Wisconsin. So now on the season, 3 for 8, a 429 batting average for her. Rather, 3 for 7. This is her 8th at bat. 2-1. Sent in the shallow left field. Ranging in is McKee, the newly placed left fielder. And she makes the grab for out number 2. And the Bulldogs are down to their last out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's up to Des Rivera to keep it alive for Mississippi State. Rivera looking for her first hit today. 0 for 1. Ground out in the 2nd inning. The 0-0 to her. On the outer edge for strike 1. So LSU 1 out away from salvaging a game in this series. Bulldogs have won the series already. And LSU trying to at least get 1. Time called by Monticelli in the circle, and she would be the pitcher of record for the Tigers. Has been really, really good for LSU today. 0-1. Catches a zone, and State down to their last strike. And Coach Bratton will call time and talk with Rivera. And State, again, is down to their last strike. So Monticelli didn't get the win on Friday, but really no decision for her. But now, if she can finish off Rivera here, have 4 wins in her past 5 games pitched in SEC play. 0-2 to Rivera. Misses away for ball 1. State down to their last strike. Here's the 1-2. It just misses outside, and Deuce is wild now. They count 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. Base is empty. State trying to stay alive. Down to their last strike. 2-2 to Rivera. Swung on in foul territory towards right, and the grab made out in right field by Franklin, and the Tigers take Game 3. They salvage a game here in Game 3 against Mississippi State. They win 5-3 in the final regular season game of the year here at News Park, and LSU able to take one with the win. The Tigers move to 33-16, 9-12 in SEC play. With the loss, State falls to 36-15 and 8-13 in SEC play. But again, a big series win regardless for Mississippi State. And today it was back and forth. Both teams fought back and forth. I think we watched, a really impressive, an impressive weekend for Mississippi State in general, but a really good softball game to watch this weekend, or today, and really all throughout this weekend you saw really good softball games as well. Big win for LSU, but on the whole outlook, a bigger win for Mississippi State this weekend.
No doubt, and you have to look at the positives with a situation like this, and obviously you want the series sweep, but nonetheless you get the series win over a top 20 ranked team in LSU. Comes in, you're able to win yesterday with the largest attending crowd, and lots of positives to take from this. But overall, not to really put your head down on a game like this whenever you were within striking distance the entire day, and just give up a long ball in the sixth inning for LSU to go ahead and take the W. But lots of positives to take from this game.
So a tough loss for State, but they're able, again, to win the series over LSU. Again, that was the final regular season home game of the year. Bulldogs will be on the road next weekend against Ole Miss in Oxford to finish up regular season play. Hopefully the Bulldogs can host a regional here to have some more action at News Park in postseason play. Will be the first time State has hosted a regional here in Starkville in their program's history. Tough loss for State today. They lose 5-3 to LSU in Game 3, but the Bulldogs do take the series. They win 2 out of 3 over the Tigers as they look to go to Oxford next weekend to hopefully win a series over their rivals and wrap up regular season play. John Wesley Cochran is going to go down and get an interview with your Bulldog head coach and Samantha Ricketts, and I'll come back and talk a little bit. We'll have that for you in just a moment on our post-game show. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for tuning in all week. Please stay tuned for our post-game show as well. And, again, we'll be back in just a moment. Mississippi State loses in Game 3, 5-3 to LSU, but the Bulldogs take the series. They win 2 out of 3 over the Fighting Tigers. Back in just a moment. This is Mississippi State Softball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network and Learfield.
Everything is just a little easier when you feel at home. At Cadence Bank, we're proud to be part of your home team, and we never stop working to give you a competitive advantage. Stop by a branch or visit us online at cadencebank.com to learn more about how we're helping opportunity take shape for our community.
There's a hit out to left field. This one is gone.
Cadence Bank, a proud sponsor of Mississippi State Athletics. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
I'm Jake Mangum. A great team knows how to gel and only gets better over time. Kind of like auto insurance for Farm Bureau Insurance. Over the last 12 months, auto rates have had 2 reductions. And after February 15th, 2026, members will see another reduction of 5%. If you aren't already on the team, there's no better time to join Farm Bureau. Visit msfbins.com to find great new rates on auto insurance, or contact your local agent to get more details on how you can save. Go with the home team, go with Farm Bureau.
Ever imagine one company could transform how you live and work? With C-Spire, you're connected with advanced technology that enhances everything you do. How you order your morning coffee.
Order my usual.
How you secure your company's data. Even how you turn your backyard into your personal movie theater.
Start movie night.
Own your day on the network for connected living. There's more to see. C-Spire. Customer inspired.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Bulldog pride. When I'm carrying the Mississippi State University Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra state gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Hail State from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go State to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Southern Ag Services and Alliance Ag Risk Management have deep roots in the farming communities of Mississippi and the Mid-South. Using crop insurance and research-based agronomy, our strategies will minimize your production risks and maximize your economic returns. Partnering with us ensures you'll get years of farming experience and local successes to help you make solid decisions. Alliance Ag Risk Management and Southern Ag Services, 662-268-8006.
Ever imagine one company could transform how you live and work? With C-Spire, you're connected with advanced technology that enhances everything you do. How you order your morning coffee.
Order my usual.
How you secure your company's data. Even how you implement AI to increase productivity.
And next quarter is looking even better.
Giving you the confidence and control to accelerate business growth. There's more to see. C-Spire. Customer inspired.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Student Sports Network on Learfield and our post-game show here live from the press box at News Park. I'm Ty Goldman alongside John Wesley Cochran, who's right now down on the field getting an interview with your Bulldog head coach in Samantha Ricketts. We'll have that for you later on in our post-game show as he's just wrapped up down there. But a tough loss for Mississippi State today in Game 3. They lose 5-3 over the Fighting Tigers of LSU. With the loss, Mississippi State falls to 36-15, 8-13 in SEC play. LSU 33-16, 10-11 in SEC play. Looking at, or also real quick, safe travels to LSU as well, back to Baton Rouge, and good luck to them the rest of the season. Of course, unless we meet again, good luck to them in that game, but good luck to them the rest of the way, and also safe travels back to Baton Rouge for the Tigers, but a big win for them to at least be able to salvage a game here in Game 3 as they win 5-3 over Mississippi State. Winning pitcher in the ball game is should go to Peyton Monticelli, and it does. She moves to 7-3. It went a complete 7 innings. It had to come in relief after Clopton faced 3 batters and was pulled after 3 batters through 9 total pitches. And it was Tatum Clopton who had to come out of the ball game. And so Peyton Monticelli comes in and goes the rest of the way for the Tigers and was really, really impressive. Gave up 4 hits on 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Defense played really well today for LSU. Faced 23 batters through 88 total pitches, and she gets the win again to move to 7-3 on the season. Losing pitcher is Alyssa Faircloth of Mississippi State. She falls to 11-6 with the loss on the season. Started the ball game, went 3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 of them earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Had faced 13 batters and had 61 total pitches that she threw. So she's the losing pitcher. Rest of the pitchers in the ball game for Mississippi State, Peja Gould in relief after Faircloth went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 of them earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and faced 12 batters through 47 total pitches in the ball game. And then after that, from Gould, State went to Everett, and Everett went 1 1/3 innings pitch, gave up. It didn't give up a hit or any runs, no walks either, no strikeouts, but the defense played well behind her, but able to come in and work some scoreless relief late. faced 5 batters and threw 19 total pitches. So, nice relief performance from her, continuing to work here later on in the season. So, there's the pitchers in the ball game for both teams. Again, the winning pitcher, Peyton Monticelli, to move to 7-3. And Alyssa Faircloth to move to 11-6. She gets the loss. She moves to 11-6 on the year. Final line score: LSU scores 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors, 4 left on base. They scored those 5 runs in the first inning, or in the scored 2 runs in the first inning, 1 run in the third, and scored 2 runs in the 6th inning. So 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors, 4 left on base. Mississippi State scores 3 runs, 2 in the first, 1 in the 5th. So 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll take a short break and be back in just a moment. Going to get this post-game interview prepared for you, and we'll have that when we come back. Tough loss for Mississippi State in Game 3 to LSU. Tigers salvage a win here in this series as the Bulldogs do take the series, but LSU wins Game 3 here on Sunday at News Park, 5-3 over Mississippi State. We'll be back in just a moment with some more of our post-game show and our post-game interview with head coach Samantha Ricketts. You're listening to Mississippi State Softball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network in Learfield.
Trey Willis, shortstop.
Marshall Jones, first baseman.
Alex Philbin, center fielder. Hi, I'm Tim from C Spire. Am I in the right place?
It always pays to have the right players on your team. That's why C Spire gives you fiber-fast home internet, nationwide 5G wireless, and best-in-class business solutions, all backed by local 24/7 support. C Spire, customer inspired.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Jake Mangum here. When I'm at the plate, I'm always looking for an edge. So when I'm shopping for auto insurance, I'm always looking to save. That's why I'm going with Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance to keep me covered. They're always finding ways to save you money, like a 7% discount when you sign up for paperless billing and documents. Go to msfbins.com and discover how much you can save on auto insurance, or find a local agent and get started today. Go with the home team. Go with Farm Bureau Insurance.
Bulldog fans, are you looking for the perfect weekend getaway? Look no further. Pearl River Resort in Choctaw, Mississippi offers the experience of a lifetime. World-class entertainment, unique shopping, and the ultimate in fine dining. And if that's not enough, hit the links at the world-renowned Azaleas and Oaks courses at Dancing Rabbit Golf Club and complete your stay in luxurious relaxation at the spa. Your exhilarating weekend awaits only at Pearl River Resort, where you'll be at the center of it all. Must be 21 or older.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Bulldog pride. When I'm carrying the Mississippi State University Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra state gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Hail State from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go State to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Southern Ag Services and Alliance Ag Risk Management have deep roots in the farming communities of Mississippi and the Mid-South. Using crop insurance and research-based agronomy, our strategies will minimize your production risks and maximize your economic returns. Partnering with us ensures you'll get years of farming experience and local successes to help you make solid decisions. Alliance Ag Risk Management and Southern Ag Services, 662-268-8006.
Ever imagine one company could transform how you live and work? With C Spire, you're connected with advanced technology that enhances everything you do. How you order your morning coffee.
Order my usual.
How you secure your company's data. Even how you implement AI to increase productivity.
And next quarter is looking even better.
Giving you the confidence and control to accelerate business growth. There's more to see. C Spire. Customer inspired.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Student Sports Network and into our post-game show here on Learfield. I'm Ty Goldman. Alongside you, John Wesley Cochran just went down, got an interview with your head coach, Samantha Ricketts. He is gone. Appreciate him, though, for stepping in and coming in this weekend. And it is a joy to call ball games with him yesterday and today. So look forward to calling some more with him as well. But he just went down and got an interview with your head coach, Samantha Ricketts, after Mississippi State fell in Game 3 just a little bit ago to LSU 5-3. Bulldogs do take the series, but they lose in Game 3 to LSU. Here's that interview from John Wesley Cochran with your Bulldog head coach in Samantha Ricketts.
I'm here with head coach Samantha Ricketts. Coach, you lose this one 5-3. Offense gave you a shot. You were within striking distance pretty much the entire day. Where do you think the game kind of slipped away from you?
I think it's a Sunday in the SEC. Anyone can beat anyone any given day, and it's going to be a back and forth battle, and we can't expect anything to be handed to us. And I thought we kind of went away in the middle innings offensively, had a chance to get some more quality at bats there that we did not, and just make a few more quality pitches. They're a really good offensive team, and they're going to make us pay when we miss some pitches over the middle.
Yeah. Well, you still obviously had lots of positives. Zion went 2 for 3 today. She was stellar pretty much the entire weekend. How excited are you just to know that you have a few more years with her and just her growth throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah, Z's just been a phenomenal teammate all year long. She's been one of our most consistent hitters all year, all throughout the fall. Got unlucky, had a pretty good elbow injury opening weekend and has been battling back ever since. And she's just stayed positive. She's worked hard, and really rewarding to see her, continue to shine, and just knowing that her future is just really bright here. We got a lot of young talent to replace the ones that we're going to lose this year.
Well, speaking of injuries, we've seen Delaney Everett coming back from her injuries. How important was it just to see her coming back and to have a scoreless outing and in relief?
It's huge. We told Delaney she didn't really get the luxury of preseason, kind of the feel-good innings against some of the teams we played before conference, and told her that every inning she threw was going to be a high-leverage inning against a really good team. And she's a competitor. She wants the ball in those moments, and she's going to continue to come up big for us in tight spots, and it's usually at the end of the game.
Well, nonetheless, a huge series win against LSU. Next week, you go to Oxford, taking on Ole Miss. What's the message to the team and closing out the rest of the regular season?
Yeah, I think we've learned a lot about ourselves the last few weeks and didn't really get the ball to bounce our way last weekend at A&M, but finally had some breakthroughs this weekend. So it's staying hungry and committing to that work we've done the last few weeks, and just the mentality and not expecting anything to be handed to us, knowing that everybody's good, everybody can beat anyone, and just we have to stay hungry, and that starts at practice and the way that we take care of ourselves on the off day tomorrow.
That's all I've got. Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
That was your Bulldog head coach in Samantha Ricketts with our guy from the BSSN, John Wesley Cochran. Again, appreciate him color commentating yesterday and today, and thank you to him for getting those interviews. Thank you to Coach Ricketts for allowing us to do those, our SID for softball, and Brian Ogden for allowing us to do those as well. So thank you to those people for doing everything they can to help us out up here. So, but again, that was Coach Ricketts talking with John Wesley Cochran. Again, a tough loss for State. But Coach mentioned staying hungry going into next weekend. Big weekend. Ole Miss is a team that has struggled this year, but not a team to be messed with. They took a series from earlier in the season from Tennessee on the road, and Tennessee team that's going to host, and so has been really, really solid this season. So not a team to be messed with, especially at their house. And obviously it's a rivalry series as well. So a series that State has dominated over the past couple years, and State won that series here last year at home against Ole Miss. So State looking to do that again, but Coach mentioned just staying hungry right there. Hopefully Mississippi State can find a way to get a series win next weekend and try and increase their chances of maybe hosting a regional here in Starkville. So Bulldogs, as she mentioned, had some tough middle innings right there. And she's right. You look at the second through fourth inning, State only didn't score any runs right there. So it ended up getting some. Got retired at 3 or 3 up, 3 down, back-to-back innings there in between those as well. So tough couple innings right there to be able to, or not adding any runs right there, and so able to do so in the fifth. But LSU's defense in this ball game, and obviously, and especially in that fifth inning with that Kylie Edwards diving stop, and then the throw to second for the double play to end State's scoring threat. I mean, State had the bases loaded with nobody out in that inning, and also had runners at second and third with one out in that inning, and only got one run out of it. So that was a big momentum shift in the ball game. And just was crucial for the outcome of this ball game, and so that's a big part right there. So obviously, Coach wants the team to be better there in the middle innings, and hopefully they can do that next weekend. But it was a consistent battle today, consistent battle all weekend. State continued to fight. It's just a back and forth game, a really solid ball game just to watch in general, just as a fan of college softball. So, not even just on the Mississippi State side of things. Obviously, we'd like to see a win on the Mississippi State side of things, but just in general, as just a fan of college softball, it was fun. It was a fun game to watch. I mean, just both teams right at it, back and forth. Obviously, you could see LSU just really, really wanting to get the win. Obviously, you don't want to get swept in this conference, and able to salvage a game. So impressive win from LSU, who improved today with runners on and with runners in scoring position. Had struggled previously in the series. The first two games combined, they were 1 for 15 with runners in scoring position, 4 for 34 with runners on base. But today they go 4 for 12 with runners on base, so 333, and 2 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Didn't have many opportunities, but they hit a couple of long balls, so with runners at first base, but 2 for 3 there, so 667. With runners in scoring position. So definitely an improvement today, and they did what they had to do. They adjusted today, and I think that was a key part in the ball game for LSU. Looking at it for State, they were 2 for 8 with runners on, 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. So better than what they have been this year, but definitely left some opportunities out there in the ball game. And so, again, just a tough one for State to lose. Real quick, look at some the players, and John and Coach talked about Zion Romero, who has really come along here, especially 2 hits back-to-back days for her. Had that home run yesterday, a couple of singles after that. Single today, single yesterday after the home run, 2 singles today. So again, just really coming along now, and love to see her continue to have that throughout the rest of the year. Would love to keep her hot out there at the plate, and played a really good second base. Made a nice leaping grab today at second base. Made a couple of other great plays as well as made some plays this weekend. So would love to continue to see her be a real star player for Mississippi State. And so looking forward to continue to see her play, continue to see her excel. But State, got some big performances from some sophomores this weekend. You had Paige Ernstis had a good weekend. Like I said, Zion Romero had a good weekend. You saw Morgan Stiles had a good weekend as well. And obviously everybody else played well. Nadia Barbary had a good weekend. So a lot of players from Mississippi State had good weekends. And so look for them to continue that success going in to the going into the end of the regular season and into postseason play. And then the pitching this weekend was pretty solid for Mississippi State too. I mean, LSU scored their most runs in a ball game this week or today with 5, but again, it was mostly on home runs. So State really wasn't compounding any type of mistakes after LSU had done their damage, State really responded and got out of things quickly. And so all weekend, especially in the first two ball games again, and with Gould in game 2 yesterday, with Faircloth in game 1 yesterday, incredibly impressive what they did. Or game 1 on Friday, incredibly impressive what they did. And so, I thought the pitching was great all weekend. Defense was great all weekend as well. No errors for Mississippi State this weekend. So, just a solid weekend for Mississippi State. Obviously, we would love to get the sweep. Couldn't get it today, but again, just a back-and-forth game. LSU dying to have that Game 3 win today, and they get it, so a big win for them. And again, safe travels them back to Baton Rouge, and congrats on the win today, and good luck to them the rest of the season. But big win for LSU, and able to salvage a game, but State at least able to take the series over the Fighting Tigers. So let's take a look at some scores from around the Southeastern Conference today. Really quickly, look at the bottom of the fourth inning. Ole Miss and Auburn tied at 3. I believe that is a series in which Ole Miss has already won, and it is. They won 13-11 yesterday. So Ole Miss and Auburn tied 3-3 right now. Auburn trying to salvage a game in Auburn. But bottom of the fourth, those two teams are tied right now. Texas has already won the series against Kentucky, and they're rolling today in Lexington, up 7-1 in the top half of the fifth inning. Rubber match in Columbia. It's A&M right now on top of South Carolina, the top of the fifth inning, 1-0 is again rubber match right there. Top of the third, Oklahoma in Norman, Oklahoma has already taken the series over Georgia, but Georgia leads right now in the top of the third inning, 3-2. So Georgia looking to salvage a ball game, and then top of the second inning with Arkansas and Missouri. Arkansas has already won that series, and so they're looking for the sweep today. Arkansas up 1-0 in the top half of the second inning. There in Fayetteville, and then the only final from today is obviously State's final, 5-3 LSU. Look at last night. And you had Alabama in game 1 win 12-0 over Tennessee. So really impressive win there. And they're scheduled to play at 3:00 Central Time, so about an hour and a half from now in Knoxville. And so you'll have Alabama try and go for the series, and Tennessee trying to even that up. So there's your scores and games from around the Southeastern Conference from this weekend. And but the final with this series this weekend, Mississippi State wins 2 out of 3. LSU able to salvage a game here, winning 5-3 in Game 3. But the Bulldogs take the series; they win 2 out of 3. Next weekend, Bulldogs will be on the road to Oxford. They will take on Ole Miss, and in a 3-game set, Bulldogs will try and win their last regular season series and continue their dominance over Ole Miss. You'll find out if we're able to make the trip. Or the goal is to make the trip. I believe we're going to be able to. I don't want to give an official word yet, but we're going to try and make the trip up there and call those games. So you'll be able to find out on socials, on Hail State SB, on Instagram, Twitter, Instagram, X, and Facebook. So you'll be able to find out there if we're broadcasting, and they'll post a link to the hailstate.com or the hailstate.com stream, or you can follow us on our social media accounts and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, Bulldog Student Sports Network on YouTube. You can subscribe to us. Click that notification bell if you're listening right now, and you will know when we're going to stream, as you get instant notification when we go live. If we are able to go to Oxford next weekend. And then also you can follow us on our socials, and we'll obviously let you know if we are there. But you can follow us on X at BSSN_MSU and on Instagram at Bulldog Student Sports Network. So goal is to try and make it, and we might be able to. I've been talking about that. So again, we will let you know as soon as we are able, or as soon as we're able to let you know if we're able to make it there, and we'll. You also find out on Hail State SB on all socials as well. So the official softball account of Mississippi State, you can find it there, or on our socials for the Bulldog Student Sports Network on Instagram at Bulldog Student Sports Network, and on X at BSSN_MSU. So that'll be the final regular season regular season series for State as they look to, after that, shift to postseason play. Be a crucial series for the Bulldogs, too, as they're kind of on the bubble of hosting right now, so really have to win that series, and would be big if State can sweep as well. And so if you can do that, maybe win a game or two in the conference tournament in Lexington, hopefully can find your way to hosting here in Starkville for the first time ever. I have hosted a super regional here, but have never hosted a just a regular regional here. So hopefully we can do that. But that'll be a big weekend next weekend for State, and important that Mississippi State at least wins that series next weekend for many reasons, for hosting reasons and just for bragging rights over their in-state rival in Ole Miss. But appreciate you tuning in this weekend. Very, very grateful to be able to do this, and very, very, very grateful. Thank you to Brian Ogden, our SID here at Mississippi State for Mississippi State softball. Thank you to him. Thank you to Coach Ricketts for doing these interviews with us all season long. Thank you to blanking right here. Thank you to Neil Price, the voice of the Bulldogs. Thank you to him for helping us out with getting this started. Thank you to Chris Mission, our communication department sponsor here at Mississippi State University. Appreciate him very much. Thank you to everybody at Learfield as well for putting some trust into us and getting us in a position to be able to do this. It's been a pleasure calling home games here at Mississippi State. If this is the last home game, it's been a pleasure calling games to you this year. We're going to look to call some postseason ball as well. So we're going to try and be active, but again, we might be able to go on the road next week too to Ole Miss. So might not be it from us this season, but if for some reason it was a pleasure broadcasting to you and being the official radio of Mississippi State softball all year. So appreciate y'all tuning in. But again, we will a good chance we'll be on the road next week at Ole Miss, and we're going to try and call some postseason ball as well. So looking forward to that, and excited for what the future holds for Mississippi State softball this season. Excited for what they've got, and they got a big weekend next weekend in Oxford against Ole Miss. Bulldogs lose 5-3 in Game 3 to LSU, but the Bulldogs do win the series over the Tigers. They win 2 out of 3 with Ole Miss on deck next weekend. Again, everybody, thank you for tuning in this weekend. Thank you for tuning in today, and appreciate you for tuning in for our home games all season long. We will I'll hopefully be able to talk with you sometime soon. Hopefully be able to talk to you next weekend from Oxford. But until then, or until the next time we talk, for John Wesley Cochran, I'm Ty Goldman saying so long. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend, and Hail State.
From Learfield, you've been listening to Mississippi State Softball on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Mississippi State Softball has been sponsored by C Spire, customer inspired. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Bulldogs Sports Network.